black.
Stop moving your cursor, stop doing anything, and when I shift and click, it'll move you.
I haven't done anything.
I'm not doing nothing.
Wow, it feels like school all over again.
I'm eating a
I
cookie.
can't see a damn thing.
You guys should be able to see where you're at. It should have moved you.
Nope.
I didn't
Nope.
see anything move.
I got a
I
black
figured I
cookie.
was wrong. Give me a sec.
Have
Cool.
fun.
One.
Finally.
There we go.
Yay, I
Should
see
move
us.
up to in-game
There we
style.
go.
Meat. Just meat.
Yeah, we got the meats.
The meat.
Like Arby's.
Alright.
Yeah, Debbie.
Love you, Jay.
Love you, Lee. I'll see you after the game.
Bye.
I still got my torch and the little
There we
spindle above my head.
Woohoo.
I'm gonna wait about 10 minutes, or 8 minutes now. See if Ducky and Zany are running a little late.
Awesome, I got
and
time
then
to-
we'll get started.
Awesome. I got time to use the bathroom.
Oh, that's a bad time for my throat to start burning a little bit.
A little bit.
Small bits of burning.
Ugh. See that. At the very least, unlike some of the other characters I've done, Zorus is actually easy on the throat compared to the others. Yeah, I'll be fine.
I have all the easy voices, sir.
Oh, hey, Rob.
No, that's for that.
Rob like this voice.
Brad is just adorable, let's face it. God damn it. Get out from behind my chair.
Exactly.
Honey, who's behind your chair?
My bag of stuffing.
Honey, this is D&D time. It's not time to get stuff from the back.
Oh my.
We will
Someone likes
talk
sharing.
later.
Someone thinks sharing's caring.
Sharing is all of the caring.
Oh.
We will talk later on that, sweetheart.
Oh.
Oh, right. I need to go grab a drink. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Not that bad.
Oh my god, yes. Onimusha is getting a remaster.
Yep.
Yep.
That,
20 bucks.
Streets of Rage 4. Oh, so many good stuff is coming out.
I was really happy to see Into the Breach just getting released today on Switch out of nowhere.
Oh, that's right, there's one song I forgot to get.
Again, I still really didn't like that game too much.
Have you even played Into the Breach? I mean,
Yeah, I did.
It came out recently.
Yeah, I played it. We talked about it before.
Yeah.
Just,
Well, I like it because the strategy in it and the fact that it's position-based strategy where you want to place things in the right place and combo it together and set it off dominoes almost in your thought process.
And that needs to go. Come on.
How y'all
There we
boys
go.
doing today?
That needs to go there.
Eh.
Because I still really want actual FTL to be on stuff instead of just from the makers of FTL.
I can't spend enough time to get into FTL.
Really?
It didn't draw me in, and I just can't sink more and more time into it, too.
It's definitely a game for... it's definitely... Yeah, not for everyone.
Yes.
Oh! Hi.
They have arrived.
What is with this?
They are here.
Oh. That's a thing.
Welcome.
Welcome to your dungeon.
Welcome to World's Renown.
I thought it was renowned.
Yeah, Renown.
I heard renowned, and I'm like,
No.
that's not spelled that way.
No. Renown.
mean, it would be a great sequel to Worlds Unknown.
Wow, Kingdom
What?
Hearts is just expanding. They have a new region now.
Oh, fantastic.
What's going on?
Alright.
So,
Hey, Docky. Hey, Zany. How are you guys?
Hey.
School, like sitting in a hallway trying not to be super.
be super loud. Get loud.
Now
Yell.
we have to make it see who can make them say the most awkward thing in school.
Anus.
Yeah, it was a things game.
Yep.
And now to find the clip of Sark.
You'll figure it out, Docky. I believe in you.
I mean, let's be honest here, guys. They're in college. If they end up screaming penis, someone's gonna scream back where?
That is true.
Fair.
Most likely, yeah.
I don't know. If
Oh.
that happens, someone's probably also going to scream, "Oh, not again."
Saw a little bit of activity from you.
So why is the screen black on the map?
You weren't here when they showed us where to go.
Oh, that's true. You might help me put my character where it's supposed to be.
I am asserting control.
Assuming direct control. This hurts you. Shepherd if you must. Dang it, Harbinger. I will never hear.
Get me things now.
I always think Titanfall when I hear it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I mean, I freaking love Titanfall, but I can't not Mass Effect when Mass Effect is needed.
I mean, is Mass Effect needed?
Yes, and I am sick
Ever?
and tired of your disingenuous assertions.
Well,
No.
someone's gone Paragon.
Renegade boy, but only for that
Renegade
call.
for life.
Paragon everything else. The punch the report. And yes, Mass Effect 1 through 3 is always needed. Probably my most played game of all time.
What about that other one?
Skyrim?
That other one.
Andromeda? The thing that shouldn't exist?
Oh, I thought it was called Armageddon. Fuck.
You were sorry, Nick.
I think
I'm
he's
just trying to get volumes for everyone so I can hear everybody, and it's not like somebody's whispering in my ear and then another person's yelling in my ear. So
Is the
yeah.
person whispering in your ear whispering sensually at least?
So the more we talk, the better it is for Nick.
it's mainly for the two that are hidden in a hallway trying not to be loud. Because I can.
I've got them. I've got Zany turned all the way up, and I can barely hear her.
I was like, that's because I'm wearing like that's and then like sitting across from like an open office trying not to yell.
Okay,
That's
so,
not gonna end well.
so if we can get them to yell gangbang at my dorm by the end of the night, we have won.
Holy shit.
How do I mute the in-game music?
You
Go
go
to the cog over on the side, and then there's master music volume level.
Oh, magic.
There you go.
No.
Docky's mic is better.
Or closer.
Here's my headset from the stupid bookstore right now.
Christ.
So, does anyone remember what happened last month, essentially?
I
chopped up an owl bear, but didn't tell anyone it was an owl bear.
We fed the hungry.
Food for the hungry.
That's
Hey,
the important
something to read
thing.
to it. I cook the meat and save the next food. I also give them manners.
Magic manners.
Yeah. And,
Oh, you little shits better
you know,
get in line,
this guy
or
was
else you're
also
next.
raining stones, which is why you guys have been stuck here.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
That was a thing, yeah. It
Yeah,
wasn't really
this guy.
important to us after a while because we found the kids again and we're like, hey, we could feed you. Which is better than the alternative.
Eat them? Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
yeah, you guys have fed all 40 of these children that you have found inside of this mountain.
Only the 37 because the other 3 didn't.
they didn't want the food.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
So,
they named the owl bear.
yeah, his name was Jeff, okay? So you guys fed the 37 kids. They happily ate, most of them quietly. What are you guys gonna do?
How long has it been? Just instantly where we picking up where we left off and feeding them.
I mean, unless you guys had somewhere else you wanted to be that you guys could get to.
Wouldn't our first step be to wait out the rock rain?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Honestly, for me, I said everything I needed to here for this location. Yeah, for now.
I mean, does anyone else want to have a conversation, or are you guys just gonna wait through the storm in relative silence?
I'm still waiting for anyone to ask what they just ate.
I mean, Tariq would probably know, having lived in the wilds and eaten practically anything and really not care.
Make a nature check.
Okay. Where is... I need to actually have my sheet so I can click my button. There it is.
Yeah, you're pretty sure with the amount of meat he brought back, it's probably the largest creature you guys have seen thus far, that he could probably have access to, which would have been the owlbear that got speared.
Yep.
Probably.
Just
Most
like
likely.
Mom's to make.
I mean, it could have been the hobgoblin, but you don't think it would have given you guys this much meat.
Yeah,
Could have been both.
Hobgoblin's a little tougher.
Yeah.
There was also that Titan that we killed.
Yeah, there was that too. Half of it got kind of necrotized and incinerated, but yeah. I mean, it could have been that, but you think that would be a little bit tougher than what this is, so.
I can't see the map.
That's half cannibal for Beast as well. Yeah, he's in the so you can see.
Give me half a second.
No, I just got here.
Yeah, you don't exist yet.
Yeah.
He can
We'll be a real boy soon.
It turns out one of the children
And
was
I'm
mistaken
gonna
as a
Mow
children.
down on bunches of meat.
Alright.
Yeah, so eating,
Lulu's-
mostly silence.
Lula's just off to the side after performing for the kids before they got their meal. So
So you guys just sit relatively silent, nobody really talking.
I mean, this is the first real decent meal we've had in a long while.
There's probably some exchanged gazes back and forth of what the hell are we doing?
Shoulder
Some
shrug.
shuffled grunts.
A little bit.
Honestly,
Are we doing the Blazing Saddles campfire scene with the beans here, guys?
No.
But honestly, Zorus is just going to be still a little bit off center. He's going to be watching both groups, like observing both groups, kind of offhandedly, just kind of gauge the crowds, both of this crowd and
Talking like
this
the
crowd.
kids, okay, like the kids in terms of the kids? The two different groups?
how they're reacting, how they seem in the situation.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an insight. The first roll on the 2 rolls will be for the left side, the second will be on the right side.
Gotcha. Okay. Insight. There we go.
12 and 12, okay.
Nice.
Oh,
the,
shit.
what,
Yeah, he's doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the ones that are, the mass, they just seem to be happy. They all seem to be very happy, just eating food, something in their stomachs. The other 3 seem okay. They seem like children, a little, maybe frightened, closed off, maybe. You can't really read them too well. Not from this distance, anyways.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's just what I'm gonna be doing for the past little bit.
Anyone else gonna be doing anything while people munch on food?
Try to
So,
remember.
as you all eat and wait, and time goes by, another 8 hours, you guys think that you might need to take a rest? You guys haven't seen the sun for at least 36 hours. So you're not entirely, you're pretty sure your natural clock is still working. So you think that right about now the sun should be setting.
Ah!
What?
Where'd my token go?
It's
You're in the corner.
in the same
You're
spot
in the
as me.
stairs.
What, guys?
No, I'm
We
not.
got two
My
different
token's
missions.
missing.
Okay, we have a mission, guys. We lost Lulamoon. Let's do this.
No, she's right there. Look down.
Oh, here she is.
Right
mission,
here.
mission over. We won.
Right here. Everyone ping
Christ.
until she finds it.
Look for me, and then look to the top.
Oh,
of the
shit.
page.
I shall
okay,
make
don't
it
move.
easy.
I can see it now, okay? I can see it. I just don't know what happened for that moment.
All
You
right,
were just
guys.
in the corner.
I found her.
Just hiding.
That's all that happened.
Christ.
So yeah, you guys, the sky is still dark. Stones are still falling. Pebble size, not too big. And it is still pitch black outside.
Tell the kids some ghost stories. What's Rick's gonna do?
You do that.
Yep, tell the kids ghost stories.
Do you have one in mind?
Let's see. Not off the top of my head, let me think. Okay, better idea. We'll tell the kids of the adventure we had as a ghost story.
Alright.
So we sit here and we tell the little ones. We run through this sewer back in town, you would think. And in it we see a bunch of eyes gleaming at us from this really weird corridor. We decide to run from that, but it's still in the sewer and could eat anyone who wants to wander in there. We end up finding these rats. They looked like rats, but they weren't rats. They were big rats. I guess that's the rats, but you get the point. You get the point, kids. They were bigger than real rats. They were big rats. You know, maybe they were muskrats. Who knows?
Go ahead and give me go ahead and give me a performance check.
Do we really need it? It's kind of a really bad performance.
Oh, God.
I mean, all of the children that are right now, all the younger ones anyways, all seem enraptured by the story. The older ones are kind of like, they know exactly what you're saying and are kind of bored with the story. The younger ones kind of are getting bits and pieces of it, you think, so they don't understand everything, so it seems a lot scarier to them.
Well, they weren't the best part when we find the invisible man. Or woman or child, whatever. And Muscles McGee over here punches a wall right above its head. And then Mr. Magic Man over here magic missiles the invisible man thing. Who then goes and flies out of the city and falls to their death. Right in front of us. Not a pretty sight.
ahead and give me another one. This time with disadvantage.
Yeah, no.
Okay. So, as you're getting to this part of the story, most of the kids look like they're starting to fall asleep, yawning, and slowly moving away from you so that way they can get to a quieter space.
They don't want to listen to you anymore.
Yeah, I tried. I did something. More I can say than for you, sad sacks. Go
Quick.
on, find a place to lay
I mean,
down.
I was waiting for a point that was actually interesting for me to use prestidigitation.
You should have made an invisible person.
I can't do that with prestidigitation.
You should have made it look like there was an invisible person.
I was gonna say just like now I totally made an invisible person.
Quick, Raw, do a backflip.
So, how long do we plan on sitting here, by the way, guys?
I think we need to take a sleep. From the sound of it.
Take a sleep, just one sleep.
Yes, just one sleep.
Just a tiny sleep.
No more than that.
I'm going to be up a little longer. So if we're going to have watches, I'll be up first.
Okay. Tariq will be like, I'm gonna go to sleep first. And Ra will be like, I'm gonna sit on your tiny head with my tiny head.
So I was gonna stay up and be on Lila.
Yeah, Ra'll stick with the watch. He doesn't
Alright.
really need sleep being
I was gonna say I don't need to sleep, right? Like all I need to do is meditate.
For 4 hours. You are technically asleep, but you only need to be asleep for 4 hours, and then you're up. You just have light activity for 4 hours.
Okay,
So
well,
be on watch or whatever. So who's staying? Doing watch first?
Laura said she'd take it.
So you're gonna stay inside then, Lila?
Yeah, she's just gonna go like to the outside of the camp and just sit there with her torch and.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check. I'll say this is with advantage since Ra is there assisting.
Whoops. I'll do one more because I need to switch it. There we go.
Okay. Yeah, you spend the 2 hours of your watch sitting, staring into the darkness, just listening to the sound of the rocks falling and hitting the stone outside. Nothing seems to happen. Your watch goes by without any issues. Who do you wake up next?
I can go next if you guys want me to go.
Essentially, each watch is about 2 hours.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you should wait for one more.
I guess.
So, Lula, who do you wake up?
She'll probably go over in a bit. Hey, Pandora? You mind taking next watch?
Yeah, I guess I will. Oh, like he's gonna be on watch with me.
She'll look around and make a feint, I guess.
Why? There's nothing for him to run into right now.
Feint. Feint.
What is it? Yes, yes.
Jay, if you're talking, you aren't saying anything.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Oh, is it not going through?
Yeah, nothing's coming through.
Shit.
Something. But
Hey, your thing's turning green, but you ain't saying a thing.
What the fuck? Oh, this is some massive bullshit. What the
Wait,
fuck?
is he asleep?
Can you hear me?
I thought I heard a snore there for a second.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time he's fallen asleep on us.
Oh wait, no.
Character asleep,
welcome.
real asleep.
Hello?
Really?
Hello? People?
No noise.
No.
Shit! The stream can hear me, I'm pretty sure.
Welcome with
Fuck
the
my
stick.
dick.
He's really asleep.
I'm not asleep.
Oh. Dang. Tony-chan!
Fuck it.
Oh goodness.
Is it?
Do
Why?
you mind being up on watch with Pandora? I'm gonna get some rest.
His character's name bug? Nice. Really, you're gonna give me the mute?
I can't. I'm trying so hard.
Yes, he's writing it all in out character.
Ah!
But put it in the in character.
I will, I
So we know
will.
what this means. Someone needs to do an interpretation of Thonin for the reading.
I don't think I can be spastic enough.
It was just his regular voice, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He nods. Sure thing. And proceeds to catch stretch before hitting.
Text to voice.
Text the voice. Oh my god.
Oh, the text to voice.
Hello.
Ah!
Hello.
Is there anything at all coming through?
So,
Son of a
the two of you
bitch.
stay up for watch. Jay, fix your microphone. As you do stuff. Go ahead. Whoever wants to helm the perception check, go ahead and make it with advantage, since somebody is assisting you.
Oh wait, we're rolling for perception?
Yes, for the watch.
Okay. 25%.
Oh, this piece of shit mic. I need to find my actual mic. That's how I'm gonna solve this solution.
You two stay on watch. Pandora, you're kind of a little off put because Faint is mainly kind of sitting and watching the rocks falling outside. Doesn't seem like he's paying too much attention to you or really in a conversational mood. Just fascinated by this storm that seems to be coming through or going through.
I pull my bag of coins out and start jiggling it and tell Faint.
Oh, snap. Okay. All good.
This is so boring, Faint. I hate you. I know. Put your Faint.
Leave him alone. He's trying his best.
Just technical difficulties. What are you gonna do?
I mean, you know, he tries to stay focused on the falling stones outside, but you see his tail twitch a little bit.
Bag and I'm like, here, kitty, kitty, kitty. I toss the bag to the side.
Fuck this stupid video game.
Is this racism?
God damn it. It's probably in this fucking bag. Oh shit, because I ripped out my earbuds.
Ouch.
Wait, did you just fucking say that?
I mean, you're all asleep, so.
I just wanted a clarification.
I don't know. That one's such a snap. I think we feel it in our dreams. Goodness.
It's Faint's fault for getting nosy into my life. I'm not very fond of him right now.
Don't lie. It's just because he's a cat.
Jeff would just hear me.
What did she say?
Would just hear fingers
Hello?
Jeff is-
People?
Yeah.
Can anyone hear me now? How about now?
The most aware shield in the
Oh,
world
sounds
is
bad.
glowing and laughing.
Okay, is that microphone working?
Zachariah.
What about this microphone? Is this microphone working?
I think Jay's still trying to do this.
Son of a whore.
It's being green more. It's just
Ah.
Does not
Yeah.
sound.
Are you sure you even have the volume on your mic up?
Jay, try ending the call out of Discord and then coming back.
I know you can hear me.
There, now I can hear you.
There we go.
Fucking
Simplest
really?
solution.
Why?
I
if
mean,
you
why
change
didn't you
settings
try
with your
this
mics,
first?
you have to
This is
you have
like
to enter.
the first thing you try in any sort of troubleshooting. Turn it
Yeah,
off
turn
and
it
on
off.
again.
That's what I was
What's that?
doing.
Jay, step 2 in troubleshooting.
That's a
You're
lie.
troubleshooting.
That is a lie. You unplug it first, motherfucker, and that's what I did.
No, you unplug it after you've tried turning it off and on.
That's part of
It
unplugging.
is turning it
It's
off.
not your fault.
You just turn it on and off.
Whatever.
Alright,
You
now
know
that you're
what
back.
this is? The
Now
best
that
part
you're
about
back,
this
Jay.
is that we're probably going to hear it on the fucking recording. Him speaking the
No,
whole time.
no, Lee's messaging me. She could hear me fully. She could hear me screaming, "You motherfuckers!"
Yeah, so that's on there.
So,
Fantastic.
okay, hold on. I had to run away from my mic to try and find my actual mic previously. What did she respond with?
Oh, he missed.
A good cat is a dead cat.
Mm.
Wait.
That's how you know that she's a terrible person.
Like nothing, Jay? Jay just accepts the fact that I told him that he's better off dead.
Oh, that's what you said. No, sorry, I didn't hear you the second time because I have your volume a bit too low. That's
I'm
my
not
bad.
sure this is a foreign concept to him at all.
Thank you, Doris, for clarifying that.
There we go.
Something like that. That's the main part towards the end.
Yeah, he's just gonna ignore you.
Oh, okay, so Pandora gets up and goes and grabs her bag of coins and just tosses it up and down while watching the rain or the stones coming down.
Your 2 hours comes to an end fairly quietly. Do you guys wake somebody else up for the next watch, or do you guys keep on going?
Like, Zeke can get up and go watch.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and get
I
Tariq.
could in his leg. Hey, big guy, time to get up. Or your turn.
Oh, no.
Rob returns to 2 weeks shoulder after having fallen asleep too. Looks like we're up, big guy. What do you think's up with the others? The cat and the woman looked a little grumpy when they were heading off to bed.
I mean, have you spent 5 minutes with Fane?
I don't know. Have you spent 5 minutes with either of them lately? They both seem a little agitated.
Oh snap.
So what should we do?
I normally throw rocks at things when I'm bored.
I like it. There's a nice open area over
You
here.
have a plethora of rocks at your feet at the moment.
Top of the stairs. Let's do some rock throwing.
As you guys get to the top of the stairs, you both realize that there's a lot of rocks here. There's a lot of small stones, loose pebbles, and stuff. While you guys were having that conversation, it seems as though the stonefall has stopped. The sky's still dark, but it doesn't seem as though the stones are still falling.
Looks like our source of rocks is no longer infinite, so we gotta make them count. How many you think are here?
You expect me to
Priorities.
do numbers? I'm not good at numbers. I'm good at hit things.
Good
Sorry,
point.
give me an intelligence check.
Why? Because that was a stupid question?
I mean, a couple thousand, probably.
Alright, so...
Let's ask the barbarian how many rocks he thinks.
Right?
I thought rocks were your specialty.
More than
How about-
10.
Looks back at the others. You wanna build some rock shapes around the others. We could throw rocks afterwards, but we should just do some little rock shapes around them. Maybe a cat bed around Faint and fire around Zorus and
Oh,
you know.
you're talking nice things. I was having horrible thoughts.
Oh, you can draw whatever you want around the other two.
Oh,
Actually,
I was just gonna draw a rock penis near Faint.
do what you want. Let's just draw things with rocks near the other people. Where's
Alright.
my drawing tool?
So I'm
Both of you
going
go
to-
ahead and make dexterity checks. Because this is more of an arts and crafts roll.
I was thinking this would be more of a we're really bad at drawing anyway, so let's just try and draw.
Three, the ones you try to do turn out pretty good. Zeke, you think yours turns out amazing. It looks exactly like a penis, right next to Fate's head. And you feel as though you've detailed it in such a way that it looks like it's even spurting a little onto him while he's sleeping.
Christ.
You are in love with it. Tariq, you come over and look at it and you're like, in your head you're just like, what is this? It doesn't look like a damn thing. It's like just rocks right next to it.
Pat him on the back and go and come up with some shapes to put around the others.
Do we get checks for waking up or no? Just quick. Just this for some people who might want to.
Go ahead and make me a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay. Why not? Let's see if I hold them.
You are.
I'm getting it out of the way.
That
Thank
disadvantage.
God for disadvantage.
Tariq will pat Zeke on the shoulder and be like, "Okay, make one for everyone. You need some practice." Point to the others. And then
Tariq, you've already established one, at least one for everyone already, and you are coming over to check on Zeke's work because he has been there for a good half an hour, 45 minutes working on his.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Okay, let's just go throw some rocks then.
Yeah, I don't think I'm cut out for rock pictures.
Hey, you gave it a try, and that's all that matters. Big guy, pat him on the shoulder. Let's go throw some rocks.
Do you guys go out onto the plateau and toss rocks off the edge, or what do you guys do?
That sounds glorious. Let's do
Yeah, let's throw them off the edge.
Okay. Yeah, you guys spend the next hour and a half just tossing rocks off the edge of the cliff.
This is such a bad idea.
Don't hear.
Sounds like a
Probably
good idea to me.
about 30 seconds after you toss the first one is when you hear it clatter a little bit, and it just is very, very faint, far away. But you don't hear any of the other ones. You feel like you've
So,
tossed them
Nick,
too far. They
Do
don't-
I have proficiency in throwing rocks yet?
Not quite yet.
I will one day.
You hear it. We're just over here throwing rocks and giggling when they clatter.
Yeah. Your watch. One of you go ahead and give me a perception check. With disadvantage.
Why don't you go ahead and roll that one?
I have a flat 0 on it, so
Okay, yeah, you guys are enthralled with your stonework, and you watch the 2 hours go by in a flash. You guys are just having so much fun.
Alright, so I guess we go back and
Wake up Zorus?
I guess he's not been awake yet. Walks over.
Pandora, you start coming awake now, after filling 4 hours of very awkwardly broken up sleep.
So poke Zorus. Hey, Zorus, this is your turn up to watch, and I think the elf over here, Pandora, is awake too, so I think she'll be your partner.
Fine, that's all right. Zorus is just gonna kind of roll over and just kind of blindly start rolling up his bedroll. Kind of just like not even paying attention like you do in the morning sometimes.
There might be some rocks in
Go
that
ahead
bedroll.
and give me dexterity save. Okay, yeah, as you're getting up and rolling up your bedroll and stuff, you kind of slip on a couple of pebbles that were right next to your bedroll for some reason. And you look at it, and whatever it was just a whole bunch of rocks.
Okay. Oh, that's the wrong one. That. There we go. All right. Uh, so yeah, at this point, probably just even waking up, I would notice the lack of sound from hitting the rocks falling.
Yeah, as you guys' watch goes on, both Pandora and Zorch, you guys both notice that it is, like, at first you're like, then you're like, it's really quiet, and then you look out onto the plateau and you realize that, oh, there's no stones falling from the sky anymore.
Right.
Well,
Possibly wake up the others and get the hell out of this place.
well, it's still dark. No point yet. Just let him
Why are there
sleep as long as
rocks
we
and bread everywhere, but by the way, what are the two idiots doing?
I have no idea.
The rock formation near your feet kind of looks like genitalias.
Knowing them, no doubt.
Come on, they weren't all.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Azor's is gonna kind of just move off and kind of keep an eye on the sky now, over towards here, and that's where he's gonna be for most of the watch. Mainly being the last enemy we actually did see was a flying enemy that left from here. Makes sense, but he's also curious about this part.
So yeah, so either one of you can make it with advantage, or you guys can both make your own separate perception rolls, just regular.
I'll make my own.
I can't make this one my own.
All right, you both roll pretty good. Yeah, as you guys are spending the early hours of the morning, in fairly quiet contemplation, you guys, as the last 15 or 20 minutes you feel of your watch is starting to come to an end, you start seeing the dark sky above you starts to lighten up, like a light overcast, kind of a light gray across the entire sky now. And you're pretty sure the sun is rising.
Okay.
Praise the sun.
Excuse me. Well, it would seem that darkness itself is starting to fade. Whatever this was, it wasn't going to last forever, thankfully.
Yeah, but it kind of seems like that's the beginning of something bigger to come. I mean, rocks falling from the sky every day.
Well, it's too early to tell. I think for now we should wake them up and get at least things moved down to the cart. Now that we know that everything's going to be alright, we're not just staying here.
As you guys start coming to, the children are actually waking up as well. They don't seem as exhausted as they were previously. Still got the bags in their eyes, shallow cheeks, and all that fun stuff. But they look like they can actually move on their own, if a bit slow.
Take slow over, not at all.
What about the three other kids?
The 3 other kids, they seem to not have any sort of exhaustion whatsoever.
Yay, long rest means full health.
Yes, it is.
All right.
And it also means Faint's no longer exhausted.
Yay!
That's helpful.
That means I'm ready to get fucked up by anything we go ahead and see
Don't
again.
ride him so hard.
Lula's just gonna take a little time to do a quick thing and
Faint wakes up and he looks at the rock formation next to him and be like, "Is that a palm tree?"
Make a perception check as you look at that.
Hey, time to wake up. We need to get this meat down the cart. He kind of kicks his foot a little bit as he moves towards you.
It looks like a pile of rocks.
Pine tree.
A pine tree.
A pine tree losing its coconuts.
Pretty much, yeah.
Pine trees don't have coconuts.
Probably.
Not the pine trees where you're from.
And pine trees don't look anything like palm trees.
Also, I'm retarded. I meant to say palm tree.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
You knew.
So
Wow,
y'all,
that's a triangular palm tree.
I really fucked that up. Leave me alone.
it's a pyramid tree.
It just...
A pine tree losing its pine cone. There you go.
Yeah.
Right onto my cat face.
That must have been 1 point. It must have been a cat dick. It was pointing.
Is that what it... Okay, nope. I had to stop myself. I can't Google that right now because I'm streaming.
Exactly. So, as you guys are all waking up and the kids are getting up and you guys start packing up your things, you guys head down to the first floor.
Yeah. I'd say yeah.
Yeah.
And where else would we go?
Going at the speed of the slowest person, it takes you guys about an hour to get down.
Sounds about right from the bullshit of getting up.
Yeah.
Who's the slowest person?
Pretty sure it's a Luke
Doesn't
Moon.
even improve.
The exhausted children.
Yeah.
See? You didn't... See, guys? See? You didn't have to be racist against Lululemon.
Who said I was talking about
Who the fuck said it was racism?
Essentially, yeah, as you guys are walking down, you can start handing those out in the process of going downstairs.
yeah.
Well, if you rub it just right, you might get magic to come out.
So, as you guys are descending the staircase,
Where are we?
we're gonna do all the way back at the beginning. Give me a second, I'm gonna find some.
We're at the circle.
Circus. Hey!
Furry.
Really?
One
What the fuck?
I'm
It's
very
furry.
offended, but I don't know what's going on because I still can't see.
Are you the
Give
first?
me a minute. I'm talking, so I can actually do this, so that I don't have to keep putting my thing on and stuff on here.
It's furry, guys.
Faint hisses.
Oh boy, I didn't even think of that. Oh boy.
Surprise shock kiss.
More like tail floof.
Man, my tiny cat has the funniest her tail.
Does it only floof up when she like gets surprised or?
She has this little thin, scrawny, almost rat tail until she's surprised that it's like a feather duck.
So, Ducky, you should be able to see it now.
Oh, yes, I can.
So, over the last few days, things have been kind of weird for you, Ducky. Sorry.
Doggy?
Uh,
Hi, Pepper.
you
Pepper.
kind of been wandering about the desert,
Oh wait, you're.
kind of getting food here, there, where you can, because you kind of got exiled for reasons. Um, you're wandering, um, and there's this just was about 2 days previously on top of this mountain that you found an entrance into. You saw a bright flash of light that seemed to herald the giant rock falling from the sky. So you followed where you saw that light and have arrived inside of this cavern. And when you arrived, there was a cart and 2 camels.
Did he even count ammo?
Wrapped up, or just kind of tied up off to the side.
Can I eat the can? I'm just kidding. Can I
search the cart? Go ahead and give me an investigation.
I mean, if you ate our camels, we're not getting that things back, guys.
Not.
I think we're in the one situation where they're like, it's fine.
Alright.
We understand.
Yeah, you look through the cart. It's got food for the camels. It looks like it's got a couple barrels that are filled with water. There's a couple of what look to be like blankets. It looks like a pretty big stack of blankets in the back of the cart. The camels look like they're fairly well fed, fairly well watered. Don't look like they've been mistreated.
Oh, okay. So there's nothing like interesting or useful?
Not overly. I mean,
dude,
unless you want to take some
he's already gonna rob us. He's already robbing the team.
But while you're like looking over the cart and looking over the camels, the rest of you come down the stairs and see this fairly large white-furred creature walking around and looking at your cart.
So, Tariq's gonna poke Faint. Friend of yours?
Do I recognize the creature, the race of the creature?
Go ahead and give me a nature check.
Sure.
Quick question. Is he faced away from us or towards us?
He's currently faced away from you looking at the camels.
Okay. I'm gonna just point and message at him.
Yeah, you can go ahead and say that out loud.
Yeah, because it's not anything secret. Just no sudden movements. Don't move. Hands up.
That was a message to me?
In your head.
It was in your head.
I'm just gonna assume that was the camels.
It's a camel.
Looking at this, it doesn't look like any creature that you've read about. Like from behind, it kind of reminds you of like a werewolf from what you've read of.
The last of anything?
The camel thud.
Everyone go ahead and give me a stealth check.
I get it. Kill the furry, right?
Well, I mean, I asked the important question there.
I wasn't really trying.
Does he happen to be the last of anything?
You don't know. So
the last of the bullshit.
Yeah, as you're like looking at the camels, like, wait, are you trying to rob me? You just hear this clattering sound of somebody probably face planting behind you. Because it's a natural one. And you turn around and you see a fairly decent-sized group of individuals. One looks to be cat with like a leopard print. Another one's just a human with a heavy cloak, hooded, keeps it up. Can't really make much of his details out. A very tall green man, very muscular, very, very powerful looking. And you're red or lavender, or like a purplish color. I can't remember, Zoris.
Zorus is
Mauve.
he's a
Burgundy.
Puce.
It's like a pale. It's like a kind of mix between like a pale white and a purple. I think it is.
It's lightest
Okay.
red.
Like going off the
Lilac.
pic.
He's lilac.
Kind of
isn't
like
he?
a lavender.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just like looking at
Okay.
the picture, that's all I can get.
So yeah, in horns, a barked tail out the back. You've seen demon kind before, tieflings. So yeah. As the creature turns around and faces all of you, it's very canine, extremely canine in its features. It's the way it holds itself.
So we all see each other at this point.
Most of you, yeah.
I'm just gonna wave at them and ask them if they've seen this talking camel.
Ra's gonna chirp and fly right over to him and be like, what is this? And just sort of flutter in front of him, all cute and golden like.
Do you say that out loud, Zars?
Yeah, not too loudly, but yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna walk up to him. Can I smack him with my pot and that dog?
I'm muted.
Go ahead and make an
Sorry.
attack roll.
Yay!
You're gonna attack
Oh no.
Not with your proficiency, with your strength. You're not proficient with using a pot as a weapon.
Oh, whatever. I don't have a newspaper. I would use that. Where's my attack?
Just go ahead and give me a strength check.
That's like you should create an attack for this later called potluck. And just roll it when you want to pot someone.
No. That's the assist trophy.
I'm pretty sure 3 doesn't hit you, Docky. So, you see this. Actually, it would have been 8 because you would have had advantage because you were stealth.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't see you.
Did you actually want me to check or what?
No, I'm pretty sure an 8 doesn't hit your armor class.
Oh.
But yeah, you see this white-haired, elven-looking woman come out of almost nowhere with a pot and go for your head. She goes wide. You kind of move out of the way pretty easily because it's a pot. But yeah.
Bad dog, didn't anyone teach you not to go through other stuff?
Tariq's gonna face palm
But I didn't take anything.
flip his hood down and then start to approach as well.
Things.
I'm sorry.
Nick, Ducky, is this wolf thing bigger than I am?
I believe so.
He's bigger
Really?
than-
Ducky, how tall are you?
I am
I believe you're in the range of almost 7 to 8 foot tall, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know he's taller than me. Maybe he's taller than.
sorry, I don't have my mouse and it's really difficult to navigate with this trackpad thing.
Oh god, yeah, I know it. I've had to do it before on Roll20. It sucks.
I understand the pain.
Try DMing with one of those things.
I don't understand your pain. Mice are
You are
super
8 foot
freaking
3
cheap.
inches. Yes, you are taller than
Oh,
everyone
thank
in
you.
this group.
Yep.
Good, I'm gonna look up at it and go, I like killing things bigger than I am.
Jesus Christ, welcome to the party.
You see it give you this, like, its face turns into this pout, kind of like a puppy, and its eyes get really big, and it just looks like that was the meanest thing it's ever heard somebody say who wasn't his family.
Well, you have two choices. Hang on. You have two choices. You can either step away from our things, or we can see how quickly I can put you down.
Now the Empire's gonna put you down.
Okay,
hey,
where would you
take
put
it
me?
easy on the guy.
Listen, I've seen Old Yeller. I know how to put a dog down.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Shit.
He went there.
He's my werewolf monster, pa.
Absolutely savage.
So,
Tariq's just
and
gonna intervene a little bit. He's gonna just tap Zeke on the shoulder and be like, "Easy, big guy. We don't know anything yet."
Everything we've met in here has tried to kill us.
And everything we've met in here, we've killed in turn. Just give him a second to explain himself. Who are you?
I mean, you met the children in here, so that's
Yeah, well, Zeke had to kill those too, so.
We met the owlbear. We met the owlbear, and in fact, it saved us.
The owlbear was our dinner.
There you go. It didn't kill us.
Didn't
The
try and
owlbear
kill
was
us.
adjacent to something trying to kill me. Stupid floor.
Yeah, the floor. Alright, so who are you and what are you doing here?
I'm just a traveler. Looking around.
Okay. So he doesn't have much to say. Anything else about yourself? Maybe a name or, you know.
Oh, you can call me Henwin.
Wenhen?
I think he said Henwin.
Wenhen, Ben 10. Okay, Henwin. I am Tariq, and this little flappy bird here is my dragon partner, Ra. Ra. As Ra lands back on Tariq's head.
Lula's gonna walk around him, kind of just looking him over out of curiosity.
Yeah. The big angry guy here is Zeke. The small one inspecting you there is Lula. And the one who seems very uncomfortable about you behind me and is sort of moved up right back there is Faint. And I think the rest feel like introducing themselves, maybe. Looks around, be like, anyone else wants to speak for once?
Kind of walks up to him, stares him straight in the eye, and asks him,
Whoops.
what is it that makes you travel around the world?
wolf-like human with Lula. You can't really tell what it is.
I'm just gonna shrug.
Right. You
I'm
seem
a
to be
growl at him.
beast of few words. No offense. What are you, exactly, to be honest? I've never seen your kind before.
You don't just ask people who they are or what they are.
You do all the time. It's the best question.
What are you?
Well, I'd rather not beat around the bush with someone we don't know and not knowing exactly what he is. And it's
Or
a
a better
great
way to
conversation
put it.
piece as well, since everyone wants to wander off in different subjects.
Well, I don't really know. I haven't seen me either.
Oh, dude.
I'm just gonna draw my axe and ready it.
Oh no, guys, he just looks like a big dumb
Just gonna
dumbass.
tap Tariq. Tariq's gonna tap Zeke on the shoulder and be like, Zeke, we don't need that.
I'm glad this idiot gets me.
He doesn't seem
It's
aggressive. He
getting
just
on
seems-
my nerves.
He doesn't seem aggressive. He just seems like he doesn't really know anything.
It's dumber than I am.
And that's fun. Honestly, do you really want to be the dumbest one in the party? Come on, don't be so rude, quick to judge.
Who has the jerky? Who's carrying the jerky?
Jockey?
I would assume that was kind of split up between everybody.
Really? So I got jerky? Because I'm gonna hold a piece of jerky and ask him to sit.
I'm gonna sit.
See,
Like
you're
a
off the
hungry
hook
dog.
now.
This 8-foot-tall, gray-furred, wolf-like creature sits on his haunches and looks expectantly at Pandoro and then at the meat.
Now roll over.
I'm gonna comply.
Oh.
Pandora tosses him the piece of jerky. I'm like, see, he's a good boy.
You were the one who tried to smack him with a pot.
That's because he's misbehaving. I didn't have a newspaper.
There's palm fronds in the cart. Use those next time.
I
Yeah,
wasn't
no
in the
rubber.
cart. I also don't know what you guys are carrying.
Palm fronds. By the billion. So freaking many palm fronds that you
Palm
see.
from farmers.
Pandora scratches Penguin behind the ear. Oh, guys, I think we just got a new dog.
Yeah, I pretty much made up my mind to follow you home.
Okay, so
Picked up a stray. Fantastic.
Tariq's gotta look at him and look. So you're getting along with our talking camels then, having heard what he said to him earlier.
Oh yeah, they seem great. Maybe a little defensive though.
Yeah, we told them to defend our stuff. Just sort of winks at Zorus.
As you guys are having this conversation, you just hear from behind Edwin from the camels.
That's the greatest impression I've ever heard.
Pandora scratches Henwin's head and says, "Who's a good dumb dog? Who's a good dumb dog?"
I'm just gonna look around because I don't know who it could be or who she's referring to.
Oh.
Could it be me?
Oh. Okay, this is good. This is good. So, it was raining rocks until recently. Did any of them hit your head by chance?
I don't think so.
All of them?
Quite a few. They got kind of stuck in your fur. You kind of shook them out when you got in here.
Looks at Zeke. Do you think we could have hit him in the head with the rocks we were throwing last night?
If we did, I didn't hit him hard enough.
Slight nod back to unwhispering. Okay, we're gonna head back to town. You wanna follow along?
Okay.
Okay, so there's no rocks, guys. We really ought to make it back to town with these children. You're able to help us defend the children on the way back if things get hairy, right? Points to children. Protect small things.
Just nods.
Things get hairier than the wolf man.
We know we're in bad luck.
It's like a full-on Michael Jackson music video in here. So, yeah, anyone else have anything to say? Otherwise, let's saddle up.
Let's head back to town.
We can get to know Pupper here on our way back.
Let's go before I do something I'll regret.
What
I
are
thought
you
that was
doing?
just everything you do.
You
No,
guys.
so far I've only regretted one thing, and that's almost accidentally killing me off.
Oh, thanks.
You regretted that? You sure didn't sound like it.
I regret it. Had I been trying, I would have felt fine about it.
Hmm.
You should try with everything you do.
I mean,
Anyway.
George or not, there is no try, bitches.
Not wrong there.
All right. So what's this? What is the setup with all these children? I doubt that there's any room for anyone to be on the cart. I assume, or is there going to be some children walking?
How big is the cart?
The cart's probably big enough to hold 6 people, medium-sized people, comfortably, and not be, slowing down the camels.
Pile the kids on top of each other, we're moving slow.
Children are small size. How many of
Yep.
them can we fit?
You can probably fit 12 comfortably without slowing down the camels.
I'm sure I can carry like 2.
I'm sure I could carry 6, but I'm not carrying no fucking kids.
Yeah.
What if we got the
Hands
barbarian to
saddle-
pull with the camels?
Oh.
Good idea.
Hands a
What?
saddle to Faint and a saddle to Henwin.
Oh.
So how are you guys gonna attempt to bring all these kids back to Tisra, if that is indeed where you guys are taking them?
Is there anywhere closer we can drop them off? They'll be safe. Let's look at this map.
We don't know anything about any of these other places.
Do I have a map?
You
For all
guys
we
Should be on the map screen.
Yeah, you guys should be.
Yeah.
We're over here.
for all we know, we could drop these kids at a place and it'll turn into a freaking child labor camp or something. And then Lula will never let us hear the end of it.
Those three will still be
that's
happy.
right.
Points to the three that weren't starving.
Can I perception my map?
Go ahead and give me a nature check. No, survival check for this one. Yeah, and anyone else who is wanting to see if there is another way to get back to a different town or some such, go ahead and give me a survival check as well. If you have navigator's tools proficiency, you have an advantage, or you can use that proficiency instead.
Why not? Everyone's rolling.
That's right.
Rolls out of the way.
Whatever.
So, you're all kind of hard pressed. Most of you are pretty hard pressed to remember. Like, you guys remember the last couple weeks. It's been kind of hectic. You guys have been knocked the fuck out a couple times. Zeke, Tariq, and Lula, and Henwin, because you've been out in the desert for a while and you've passed by the town, you never actually went to it. There is a small town just to the east, about 3 days, 2 days, if you guys are or probably 3 days if you guys are going slow, 2 days if you guys were going fast, rather than 4 days to Tisra.
That's not enough shorter. My book to stop there.
Is that moving at the slower speed, Nick?
It would be like halfway through the third day at a slower speed. At a slower speed to Tisra would be about 6 days because you guys are going slow.
I say we just go to the first town on this place.
Maybe we can get another cart and some more camels.
Entirely possible.
Or a bigger cart.
You could pull.
Honestly,
Try and make me. I dare you.
honestly, that's probably their best bet.
Are you saying you're too weak to pull a cart?
There's a fight.
No. But I'm also
Then what
saying
is the
I'm not an
complaint?
animal.
Oh, so you're saying we should make Henwin and Faint do it all?
Yes.
Cool. Turns to them and be like, "You heard it here first, guys."
I'm not sure how I feel about this.
I'm not okay with this race.
Okay. Everyone, calm down.
Tariq is come. Tariq is fun.
One of the older kids just comes up to you guys, just like watching this beautiful argument going on. We just want to go home.
All right, straight home it is. It'll take us a few days, and we have we have the leftover meat from the owl bear on the cart with us, and
It's
anything
been
else?
split up amongst us, so
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, because that was about, you guys probably got about 200 pounds of meat. You guys probably ate 10 pounds of it.
So how much is
Or
it?
Shit.
about 10 pounds with all the kids.
Okay, so we're carrying. We have the meat rations to get us
Alright.
back, probably.
Probably.
And we just have to be careful of our water and being there and just not getting killed. So I think we should just go straight through. I mean, the kids want to go home. And
If anything, what we'll do is we'll cycle them out in the cart. Those who get tired along the journey will just put whoever's tired in the cart, switch out for those who have had a ride.
sounds smart. Quick question. The secondary town, is it on our path, or do we have to go out of the path?
You guys would have to go out of your way.
Yeah,
to get there.
definitely straight to Tisra in that case. That's, I mean, if we have to go out of our way, that's gonna change
Yeah,
all of
if you guys tried to like circumvent, go there, and then go to Tisra, it'd probably make it a 8-day journey total.
We've spent enough time out here.
Plus, we don't know anyone else in the other town that we can trust. And with these kids dealing with what they did, it's best to keep them the best protected they can.
You
We
know, the
don't know.
longer we stand here debating on what we should do, the closer it comes to raining rocks on my head.
I'm pretty
Then
sure
lead
we're
on.
walking as we discuss the direction. I wouldn't have been just standing still. We'd have had the cart loaded up and start moving at least in this first direction we need to go.
I would assume that you guys were having this conversation while you were turning the cart around, getting it out of the entryway,
Okay.
starting to load up the kids, divvying out their rations,
Yeah.
making sure you have the water, making sure everything's saddled
Right,
up
so
right.
during preparation. So it's not like we're
Yeah.
just wasting time.
Yeah, exactly. So, as you guys are finishing up this conversation and you guys are about to head out, you guys just go straight for Tisra?
I
Okay.
think that's what we've decided.
Then, who is driving the cart?
I think I have abilities of drive.
I have.
At a slower speed, it's going to take you guys about 6 days. Probably arriving sometime during the 6th day, but yeah. So, who is driving this cart?
I guess I could drive it.
Alrighty, go ahead and give me a perception check.
The coach guns stand on coach.
So, yeah, you drive the cart, keeping your eyes out. You guys just keep on plodding for the 8 hours. Nothing seems to catch your eye as untoward or coming at you. The sun's starting to set in the sky. You do find one of the places that you guys had stayed previously on the way to where you were at.
Mm-hmm.
If
Is
you
it
guys wanted to
roughly
rest
when
there.
we would be resting?
Yeah.
That's what I was. Yeah, we could rest at the same sort of camp spot, right? Familiarity is a good idea.
Alright. So,
We're probably not going to get any kindling to start a fire, but
we still have some. Looks back at the cart that the kids are practically just sitting on a bed.
I would say that the
Still by
palm
now?
fronds you would have had to get rid of if you wanted all the kids to fit on there, because
No, it
palm
was-
fronds are fucking painful.
Yeah.
It's probably if we were, I'd say if we were able to fit, let's see, there's maybe 15 at most. That's like 3 over comfortable. So
Yeah, if you guys wanted
okay.
to, you could probably fit 4 kids on there and have 16 walking. You guys would still be going at the same pace regardless.
Yeah, I like additional children being dealt
And then
with.
have the singular adult Catman driving the cart, and everybody else essentially keeping watch.
So the issue is no stuff to start a fire or no ability to start a fire?
Oh,
I mean, we
I
can
can
start
start
a fire.
I mean, yeah,
Mr.
there's
Playboy
no
over
issues with
here
that.
is
You
we
guys
all
are
there
able
about
to-
last time we came through here.
You
Oh,
guys are
okay.
able to find the materials to start and get a fire going. I'm just going to barrel it down to 1 roll for the night's watch. Who would like to make the perception roll? And if somebody would like to give them advantage.
Oh,
Ra will
not
give advantage unless Ra wants to forget if he has the best out of all of us.
I can try.
yeah. Zoris is gonna volunteer to take the watch.
Alright, so Zoris and Henwin are on watch for the first night.
All right.
Who's making the check? Zoris?
Sure. Yeah. I did state first, so I might as well. Not
Alright.
optimal, but whatever. It works.
Alright, yeah. You guys go through the night. It's quiet. Doesn't seem anything odd happens over your guys' watch. You're, have enough food and water to survive, so you keep your watch. Night ends, next day comes, and you guys continue your march with these children. Who is leading the cart this time?
I can drive it.
All right, go ahead and make a. You have proficiency with land vehicles, correct?
Yes, I do.
So go ahead and make the perception check with advantage. It doesn't fucking matter. Yeah, you drive the car, and as you guys are going with Ezekiel heading this car, the trip, it's really weird. As you guys are going through, it feels like you guys, like, he might have found you guys a shortcut, or found some way to cut the amount of time to the city somehow, through however he was driving this cart. And he actually is able to get you guys to the second night that you guys had when you're coming towards the summit. He gets you to that rest stop before you guys end the day.
Zeke, you magnificent lunk. How did you accomplish that?
I drive good.
Tariq will pat him on the head and throw him a piece of Albert. Good job, barbarian man.
Long story short, I don't even fucking know how I did that. All I know is I drove.
Alright. So, second night. You guys feel like it's probably not going to be a full 6 days with Ezekiel's driving. Might be closer to 4 now with how fast he drove you guys.
I like to have Zeke drive more often.
I second this.
Somebody who's going to take watch?
I can watch.
I'll take watch.
So Zeke and Pandora, you guys take watch on the second night. If you guys want to, one perception check with advantage or two separate. Alright, so.
Can I still finish the roll I was pulling up?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, thank God.
No one says.
So 16 in the sun. So yeah, Zeke, it's a quiet night. Moons are out, both of them. You can see the faint stars in the sky. It's quiet. Pretty boring for you. You haven't had anything to kill in a couple days. But your watch goes without any issues.
I mean, there's Dogface. I can always kill that.
It's been a few days though.
Growing attached to it.
As the morning comes on the third day, you all do see off to the south what looks to be pretty heavy storm clouds building over the ocean. So
More rocks.
off that way. Building up in the like pretty either pretty high up or pretty close. You're not entirely sure with clouds because they're fucking weird. Who's helming the third day?
Am I driving again?
Zeke.
Go ahead and
As
do
well.
the perception with advantage. All right.
19.
Third day goes fairly smoothly. The kids are actually getting energy back, walking and resting and eating and actually having a normal lifestyle for a couple of days. Normal-ish, in the sense of they're not just sitting and freezing and slowly dying. So they're actually capable of walking a little bit faster as you guys are going on through the days. And on this third day, you guys get another about 25 or so miles before you guys make camp again. It's a bit earlier than your where you guys made camp the first day. It's probably a good 6 miles before that, unless you guys wanted to push for another hour or two to get there. Into the night, you guys can stop and then keep going the next day.
I say we
What,
go
were,
for it.
what was the race of the children again?
They're all elvish. Most of them,
Okay, so
except for three. 3 of them are human.
So that most of
knew
them should be able to
Elvish wasn't
see.
dead.
So.
Yeah, most of them.
I'm fine with pushing.
Alright. Yeah. For every hour you guys push, there's a Constitution saving throw to see if you guys get a point of exhaustion. So it take you guys about. Yeah.
Drake says nope.
Oh.
We're not taking risks with these small
Oh,
ones.
we're not. Oh, okay.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
bad.
Oh, are
So
we
you
all
guys,
pushing?
you guys stop after the 8 hours instead of pushing for another 2 to try and get to the next stop that you guys had previously, and work to make a camp. You guys have almost no issues doing so.
One of the kids is very upset.
Who's keeping watch for the third night?
I can.
I will.
So Fink and Lula, you guys can do one with advantage or separate perception checks for me.
We could do separate.
Alright, so. Alright. Yeah, as you guys go through the night, you watch as the sky starts, like the stars and the moons, they're still there. The southern side of the horizon, though, is almost completely dark, with probably the clouds you guys saw this morning. But the night goes fairly quiet. You hear crickets and some frogs off in the distance, but fairly quiet night. You guys get up next morning. Zeke, are you driving the cart again?
If no one else wants to drive it or has an issue with me driving it, I'll drive it.
Nah, we want you to drive it.
Go for it.
So far.
Go ahead and give me another check.
You fucking cursed me, I swear to God.
Always. Okay.
Fucking, I called it.
Maybe
You guys get
calling
through
it made it happen.
fairly easily. Second hour, you guys see that where you guys had made your night that first time on the way to the mountain range off on the western side. And as you guys are getting towards the 8th hour, you see off in the distance, just peeking the just starting to peek across the horizon, you see these sandstone buildings of Tisra. Probably a good 12 miles, maybe more away. So probably another 6 hours of travel. If you guys want to push an extra hour, maybe make tomorrow shorter, or just...
We're not
I think
taking
we're doing
risks.
good.
Alright, so you guys make camp for the night with the sight of Tisra on the horizon. Who's keeping watch for this final night?
I will this time.
I can do it.
So we got Zoris, Tariq, and Henwin keep staying up on this last night. If you guys want to do one with advantage or separate.
Tariq's gonna do the raw sort of perimeter check. looking
Okay,
through
so
raw
you go
zones.
into Raw. One thing that I do want to clarify for Pact of the Chain, that is a basically find familiar. It doesn't give the variant familiar part in the monster.
That's only if you
So
get
it's still
on.
within 100 feet.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's just something that I looked into, and I was like, oh.
Can you
well,
still
that
make a
makes-
perception?
That makes it. Yeah. He's just doing it through his pseudo dragon. The other two of you can make your own perception checks if you wanted to.
I will
give him advantage.
Okay. On this last night, the sky, the clouds have fully encompassed the coastal area around Tisra, and it is actually a pretty dark night. So you guys are keeping watch, seeing the dim light from over the horizon of the city, but it's fairly quiet. You just got the wind that is coming from the south going towards the north. You can smell the salts in the air. And the night goes and the morning comes. It's overcast. Pretty dark clouds. Not as dark as the ones that blotted out the sky a few days ago. You guys set everything up, prepare for the next day. Whoever's driving.
Am I driving again?
Go for it.
I can drive, but I don't have the skills for it.
So go ahead, Zeke driving again.
Hey, advantage.
Yeah, it's fairly easy to keep on track since you can see it. And you guys actually make it there in decent time. You make it there just as the rain starts falling from the sky. And you guys make it into.
What
Give
time
us
of day
a
is it?
map. Give me a second.
What?
So, is it rain or is it rock rain?
I'm pretty sure it's rain.
It is just regular water rain.
Oh, good.
Doesn't smack you in the face and make you go ow. Actually, it's kind of like it's coming down kind of like a fairly heavy Texas rain, or a very light kind of Texas rain, just straight down, decently heavy droplets.
Once we get beyond the walls, we should head for the world's end.
I like it.
I got some stuff to do here.
Whoa.
So,
Oh, wait.
you guys all make your way into the town then?
Yeah.
As you guys go in with the.
Well, before we go into town, I want to take one of the blankets and make like a a makeshift hood.
Okay.
People don't like werewolf monsters.
You also have that one other thing that you can do that lasts an hour.
I forgot what that was.
It's your racial thingy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll do that, but I'll also bring the hood just in case we're there longer.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So, what do you make yourself look like?
David Bowie.
I don't know, just a large.
It's not nice to
Plain
ask him to look
person.
like a corpse.
So, just a normal-looking, brown-haired, brown-eyed human, kind of sun-kissed skin.
Bad, Kyle.
Probably like
Bad.
6'5".
Make him look like Zeke. Exact copy.
Just a human with tan skin.
Yeah, sure. That works for me.
Wait, does
It's
he
only
look?
generic here, not
Wait.
specialized.
Does he look really plain?
No,
He does.
all of the sun-kissed skin and all this gorgeousness going on.
Yeah, I just
I
said
mean-
plain.
He looks pretty plain.
It's stone.
He's a good, 2 feet taller than him, or a foot taller than him, but yeah.
Let the dead man rest. Fuck you.
I mean, he deserves what's coming to him sometimes.
He really doesn't, though.
All of you see as this giant wolf-like furred creature shifts and changes and gets about almost 2 feet shorter and turn into a human.
Well, that's interesting.
Oh, it's gonna be useful at least.
Did that happen to change anything else about you? Like, can you tell us your name yet? Oh, wait, not name, but where you came from yet? You told us the name. You didn't tell us where you came from. God.
I'm gonna be completely honest. That character, I don't remember what it's called.
It's fine. It works in the character too.
Oh
Mm.
shoot, I have a bio.
Yeah, you do. So, as you guys enter the town and are heading towards the world's end, when you go through the gates, there is actually a fairly noticeable temperature change. Outside of the gates, it's decent, like about 85 with the rain coming down. Once you go inside, it's probably a good 75, good 10 degrees cooler inside of the city than outside. You also all notice that the rain is falling, but once you get inside, you're still wet. All of you are pretty soaked. But once you're inside, the rain isn't as heavy. It's kind of like a very light sprinkle inside of the gates.
Uh-huh.
And you all head towards the world's end.
I guess.
I'm gonna go find a tavern.
That is a tavern.
Yeah.
Oh, is it a tavern? Okay, cool.
Yep.
That is the tavern. There's also the tavern that you have a room that's paid for until the end of, I think, like another 2 months.
Right, but the World's End
No Last Call.
has Zeke's body in it, so
That would be right there. Just
Did we really have a player die?
What?
Did we have a player die? Is that what you're saying?
No.
No, he's
Oh, never mind.
he's referring to my comment on Thone, and no, he's a character from last campaign who's dead by now.
Oh.
Because it's 100 years later in comparison.
and he wasn't that keen on living most times.
For everyone who's been in town for a while, Pandora, you wouldn't notice this, and Henwin, you wouldn't either, but everyone else, the guards are a little more active. You notice that at the gate there was actually, like, before there's maybe like 1, 2 guards, there's 4 at the gate. You saw guards patrolling on the walls. When you're going through town, you see patrols of 2, 4 guards. It seems like since you guys have left and came back, something has happened.
This is
I'm gonna
weird,
walk up
guys.
to a guard and ask him what's going on.
Oh, what do you mean? It's rain. What are you talking about?
Well, see, when we originally left here, after helping Buck, you guys weren't doing nothing. Now y'all here. What's the dealio?
Home skillet.
We're just doing our job like our boss tells us to.
Which boss?
The general of the Desert Watch, Guillaume, General Guillaume. You don't know him, I am assuming, since I don't recognize you.
No, I've never heard of General Gim.
Guillaume.
Yeah. Yeah, Gim.
You watch
Face
as
palm.
the guard just kind of pinches the bridge of his nose. It's like, what did you need?
I need you to do me a favor. Get a message to Buck and tell him to come to the World's End Tavern. We have someone he wants to meet.
But Lula's gonna start shaking her hands at Zeke. Zeke is like, no.
What?
You can go find Buck yourself. I never met that guard before. I patrol the Champions Ascent. That's where I patrol. At me.
The
My partner
Crappy
here
Scent?
and
That's a horrible name for guards. You should really petition to change your guards' names from the Crappy Scent. I'm just saying.
Both guards walk away.
Just joining with the gripping bridge of nose.
They shake their heads, and they walk away from you, see.
See,
I'm just gonna
there's
turn around.
something not right here at all.
Well, no
Lula's
shit.
Lula's like, leave Buck to me. But right now, let's get to the kids to the world's end.
Buck's my buddy. I'm not gonna leave him to you, and I got other things to do.
I have a few other questions for him before. But right now, let's just get the kids to the World's End Tavern and go from there.
Okay, you guys have fun with that. I'm gonna go do some other things.
Alright, so Zeke jumps off as who's all taking the kids towards the world's end?
Same.
Me too. She gave me jerky, so I'm pretty much.
Fair enough.
It's a
It
life
had been a
debt.
few days.
It's a full-on life debt.
Is he a Wookiee? Is this what it is?
So we've got Henwin, Lula, Pandora, Tariq, Faint first. You guys going somewhere else?
Yeah, no, I guess Frank would just head with them.
And Zoris, did you say you were going with or not?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I did.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't catch it if you did. So yeah, everyone heads off, taking the cart and the army of children with you, towards the world's end. Do you guys just go through the main square and up through the way that you guys know, or do you try to take back alleys? How do you guys get there?
Back alleys? I
Why not the way we know?
don't want to make a big scene.
I mean, it's gonna be a big scene.
Back in town. If there's something you'd like to share with the rest of the class, Luke. But otherwise, we should really just stick to what we know and get to where we're going.
I just want to be careful, is all.
Tariq will look around the town to see if it feels dangerous compared to last time we were here. Just look around where we're at to see why she's getting a...
Go ahead and give me a perception check. Looking about, you see there's, a little bit of a heavier guard. A few more patrols than there was last time you guys were here. You see most of the citizens of the city seem happy. Seem like they're going about their business, doing what they do,
They've stepped up security. I'd rather not do something as obviously shady as taking back alleys to where we're going. And Tariq will start down the way they know without even waiting for a response at that point. Whoever follows can follow, but that's the way he's going.
Does everyone know?
Question.
What's up, Kendra?
It has been out yet.
Oh, no, not yet. It's been maybe 15 minutes since you guys got into town and you used that thing. So,
Sorry about that.
Turn into the main way. I don't care really which way we go as long as we get there and get these kids off the street.
so you guys just go down the general main path, going through the Tower Square, up through Fortune Avenue towards the World's End. As you guys are going over towards that direction and into that area, to the Bones district of Tisra, all of you notice that guard on this area has picked up as well. And there does seem to be a lot of people out picking up and moving in wheelbarrows, carts, things like that. Sand. It seems like they're clearing out the bones of sand. But you guys make it to the world's end. Nobody stops you. The guards just kind of keep an eye on the large entourage of children. But nobody stops you. You make it to the world's end. It is in a bit better repair than the last time you guys came. You
Tell
guys...
Somer I say hi.
enter the establishment. You see the familiar Goliath, gray-skinned woman behind the bar. And you see scattered throughout the entire building good 7 children, just cleaning, looking at things, sitting down, eating, doing random stuff. 7 of the 10 that you guys saved from the sewer.
So
Lula's gonna go over to. Yeah, Lula's gonna go over to the Goliath and hop up on one of the chairs to see over the bar.
Well, hello there, little one.
Hi.
You brought more little ones with you.
Yes, a long story. How has been finding the others' families?
Not very well. Only 3 of the families have actually come to pick up their children, and it's only been one of the parents. It hasn't been 2 parents for any 3 of them.
Oh. Well, we may have a similar situation with the ones we brought. We found them out in the mountains where we were traveling. 40 of them. I'm not sure.
She looks over them, just kind of dumbfounded at the amount of children you've brought with you.
Platoon.
As you can see, they were busy with harming this town.
Just a bit.
We're not sure where they all came from, and we're hoping we could have your help. However, how do I put this? I'm not even sure how to put this. We just need to keep them here for a short time while we figure out where they need to go.
Well, I guess now's as good of a time as any to do acts of charity, considering that General Guillaume, when he went into and took control of the tower, decided to clean up the bones and fix the eastern wall. So, any time's a good time to ask for aid from the
What if the
government.
Vizier?
I don't know. He went in. She never came out. She just kind of shrugs.
She's gonna look to the rest of the group.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. What did you say, Nick?
I said that the general went inside the Vizier's tower and the Vizier never came out.
Alright, sorry. Yeah, I was having connection issues.
It's fine, Zoris. You're paying attention to children. It's okay.
Why is he paying attention to the children? That's kind of interesting. When was this? About how long ago?
It was on the first day that the sky was black, so...
Okay. So that would have been a week and a half ago, roughly?
With how fast you guys made it to Tisra, about a week ago.
Okay. Okay, so about a week. So these are some really new changes. That explains why the guards stepped up compared to when we were here last. They didn't act like they could even care about anyone out here then.
Yes, General Athul's changed things around for them a little bit. And it's been very helpful for most of us here in the Bones, and I hope the rest of the city as well, but...
The rest of the city looked pretty good when we were coming through it, so... I guess there's something to be said for whatever happened.
Surprising for a military to take over.
Well, the Vizier had her attention elsewhere, so...
Out of character. Bullshit!
I mean, you can insight check her if you'd like.
Fuck it.
No. I was out of character. I was talking about what Zoris said.
What?
For military to take over.
What?
Oh, he was saying he's never seen it go so smoothly.
Yeah. Usually, people like in the bones situations get worse than better.
Never mind.
But the
Never
rest of the
mind.
district's situations would be getting better. So it's a weird thing. So
She's
this guy's like doing it
she's
backwards.
alright. She's gonna get down from the bar and look to Pandora. I'm going out for a little bit if you want to join me. There's something important I need to take care of. And I could use an extra pair of eyes.
Are you all planning to leave another... And she looks over all of the children. Another 40 children here.
It won't be for very long, I promise. But there's something important we need to do.
Alright, I don't quite have the room or the food to take care of 40 children for free.
We can take care of the food, and I would be more than happy to compensate you myself for whatever is used, whatever you may need. Just please.
Alright, I'll keep a tab then.
New adventure. Death.
Yeah.
Shit.
Welcome to college.
Maybe if
And
it's
just like in college, we're in the bones.
And again, she's going to look to Pandora and like, please, could you help?
Yeah, I'll go with Leela. Come on, Hamlin. Let's...
Okay, I have eyes too.
Oh, dear. That's a first debate.
That is very weird, man.
Dear God, that's good.
I fucking love you, Edwin.
Best new character we've had in a long time.
Thank you, I try my best.
I don't care what anyone says.
So...
Is that you anymore?
Faint, Tariq, and Zoris, do you guys stay at the World's End?
Yeah, free rooms here. I would stay here.
As you're kind of like having that kind of conversation with yourself, Silmer speaks up. Unfortunately, if all of these children are going to be staying here, I'm going to not be having any rooms at all.
I'm gonna follow the other group out instead of staying with the kids. He's got to follow along with Hinwin and them because he's curious of our new puppy man. And he's really curious of why Lula's acting so shifty.
Not gonna lie, I probably still have a room at the end of the world. Heyo.
You still have a room. It's just for everybody else.
and you're sharing a couple of kids too.
Kids go upstairs.
None of which are your own yet. So.
Faint, because Tariq's fallen after the others. Zoris, what you doing?
I think the little elfin children magic.
I guess we should head back to No Last Call then.
Maybe we could catch whatever Yancey or whatever the fuck before he leaves.
Laurel.
I only remember the meme. I honestly can't remember his actual name because he fucking asshole.
His name was Laurel.
Okay.
Remember, I told you to call him because the meme started happening. And
It's
you refused
been,
at that point.
in my defense, it's been a month.
You memed it so hard.
He has a
Poor
twin
Laurel.
that's named Yancey.
Longer than a month since we've actually seen the guy.
No, it's been 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
Like 2.5 weeks.
Out of character.
Oh yeah, out
That was like 3
session-wise,
sessions.
no, it's been like
2-3 months.
2 months, 2-3
Yeah.
months, yeah.
And,
So Zoris and Faint, you guys head back to No Last Call then. Zeke.
Yo.
What are you doing? Because you've been away from everybody this entire time.
I'ma go to the blacksmith general shop area with the gnome and the dwarf.
Okay, so you're gonna head back to that place. Alright.
We've never
So
made that place.
It's Biggie and Smalls' Smith shop.
I notice.
Christ.
Those against?
It,
It's
it's
official.
called Orange Smithy, okay? Not Biggie Smalls. But yes, you head to the smithy, and the gnome is there, seeming to be messing with a bit of leather, possibly sewing it.
The dwarf is, you said?
The dwarf you don't see.
Okay. So I'm just gonna kind of stand generally off to the side, just kind of watching him. Wait for him to finish.
Yeah, he finishes up the now that you're kind of like watching him do it. Looks like he's sewing on like a shoulder pauldron for a set of leather armor. But he looks up and he sees you as hello, how can I help you?
Hey, how have you been?
It's been all right. Business has been pretty good. Uh, Desert Watch has been buying up a lot of our goods. Can I help you? Did you need something, Big Green Man?
Well, I've got a couple things I want to talk to you about. So I have some things to get from you and something to talk to your associate.
All right. Continue.
All right. So I need vinegar and I need salt.
Salt and vinegar. That's what you said, right?
Yeah, salt and vinegar.
How
much will that run? How much will that run me?
How much are you looking for?
Half a pound of salt, big bottle of vinegar.
Half a pound of salt that run you, and a big old ledger that he has with all the different kind of stuff that he has in the store. And he flips through a couple pages. That would be 15 copper. And vinegar. Are you looking for like a half gallon, liter? No, what are you, 500 milliliters? What are you looking for?
A half gallon will do.
Alright. That'd be another 20 copper.
So I'm just going to give him 3 silver.
Because he can't math.
This is...
Yep.
Okay.
No.
All right.
No. You keep all of it.
Okay.
You guys have been good to me, so I give you tip.
Thank you very much.
Only the tip.
So,
just the tip.
just real quick before I go speak with your associate, whatever happened with that little gnome girl? Do you know if she found her way back to her family, or?
Yeah. I was able to get in contact with her. I want to say it was her second or third aunt who said that she knew her mom.
Got 8. I boiled up an 8.
She's safe, yes?
She's with her mother, as far as I know.
That doesn't answer my question.
That's all he knows.
I mean, I talked with a couple people I knew and saw if I could help out in some way, and
I'm not saying that there's anything against you. I'm just saying I want to make sure this little girl is safe. That's all I'm saying.
The lovely woman who found her mother, her third aunt, she lives over on Craftsman Lane, just down the way, third house on the left. just past the visitor's tower.
Okay, I'll go see what's going on there after. Thank you for everything.
Not a problem. Thank you.
Should I just go back and speak with the dwarf, or will you send him to me?
Yeah. Give me a sec. And he goes around into the back where the forge is. He's like, Wolfgar, you ready? You able to talk to somebody right now? You don't hear anything for a few seconds. Then you hear a mumble. All right, I'll let him know. And the gnome comes back out. He's not taking any visitors right now. Probably tomorrow.
Okay, can I leave things with you to have him build me something?
Well, yeah, of course. What are you looking to make?
All right, so I'm gonna pull out my axe, and I'm gonna set it down and go. You remember this axe, yes?
I remember it quite well. Yes.
All right. I need the blade of this axe formed into pretty much 2 shafts, and I'm gonna set the chain that I stole, that we got from her on Pandora, down.
Oh god.
Oh
And
god.
I'm gonna need you to attach those to this.
Oh god. Are you making freaking
Kratos.
adamantium nunchucks?
He gives you kind of like the curious side eye, like trying to fully understand what you're trying to describe. So you want me to make this into 2 clubs and put it together with the chain?
Yes, pretty much.
I mean, we can do that. It's not going to be nearly as good as this axe is for you, but yeah, we can do it.
It will be eventually.
All right. Y'all let him know that you'd like it changed to something else. And he doesn't pick up the axe. He goes back and seems to go have a conversation for a minute or two. Do you stay and wait for him to come back, or?
Yeah, because I want to make sure it's done before I just leave my axe sitting there on the counter.
Okay, yeah, he comes back and he's yeah, he'll take care of that. He understands changing viewpoints and changing needs. So you see as the dwarf comes from around the corner as he finishes talking and takes the axe and walks back behind the wall, not saying anything, just grabbing the axe and going.
I'm gonna point down to the chain and go, doesn't he need that too?
That's something I can carry. I just couldn't take the axe.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
I understand. Alright, you said 3rd house on the left?
Yes, 3rd house on the left.
Okay, I just don't want to go knocking on the wrong door.
Give someone a...
Well, thank you for
Tell her
everything.
Oren sent you.
Oren?
Oren Quindle? Yes.
Alright.
That way she doesn't try to bite your head off for asking questions.
I mean, it'd take a lot for her to bite my head off.
She's a scary gnome.
I like scary.
You already have a partner.
Alright, well, thank you for everything. I'll pay for my new weapon when I come back tomorrow.
Sounds good. Yeah. We'll know exactly how much it costs by then too, since it's a little bit of a different process than the last time.
Yep. Have a good one.
You as well. Good luck.
Ignore the voice crack.
We're just turning into teens again, guys. It's okay.
Barbarian.
Alright, and I'm gonna follow his directions to go towards the Vizier Tower.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a survival check.
I can do that. I'm proficient in that.
Okay. Luckily his directions were decent. and you know what the number 3 is. So you
can't
are
count
able.
that.
Are you
I
sure?
can't
You can count to 100. You can count to 100. But beyond that's a little bit difficult. So yes, you are able to find the correct house. The directions he gave were pretty decent, and you don't get lost. It's a basic stone house with what looks to be just a flat stone roof and a wooden door with looks like a wooden crossbeam window. No actual.
Now, is it a house or is it a gnome house?
It looks like a stone hut. It looks normal sized. Door might be a little small for you, but usually are.
I'm just gonna lightly knock on the door with one knuckle.
Okay, so you just give it a quick rap, tap, tap, tap. And you hear. Sounds like a older woman inside. Just. Who's there?
That little bit of echo was perfect.
Shit.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That was great. Oh.
Wasn't the word I didn't expect that to happen.
Freaking
My name
Voice
is
Actors
Pete.
Guild.
Oren sent me.
Oren, what do you want?
I just want to talk for 2 minutes of your time, at most.
You hear what sounds like metal moving on the other side of the door, and then the door kind of creaks open a little bit. A tiny old woman, maybe 2 foot tall. She's minuscule compared to you. Big bottle cap spectacles on her face. Looks up at you. Yes. You said Oren sent you? What do you want?
So, my name is Zeke. I'm the one who helped bring a little gnome girl back not too long ago.
The eyes go wide behind the glasses, which make them look even bigger than they squinty were. It's like humongous little eyes. Oh, you're talking about my niece Clarissa. You're the one who found her.
Yeah, I know how times are. I just wanted to come and make sure she was okay. I would have felt bad if she wasn't, so.
Yes, I sent her over to her mother yesterday.
How do I find her mother?
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
We were on the same page. We did better. Kudos.
You said persuasion?
Yes, please.
I just have a feeling her mother's dead.
Maybe it's more than that.
Maybe it's me.
Damn it, god damn it. She lives over on Garden Street over the north side of town.
Do you have an address?
I mean, it's Garden Street. There's only like 4 houses on that street. The rest are
Need the
just
number. Can't count.
shops.
The thing of it is, with me, if I just go knocking on people's door, they tend to get the wrong idea. I mean, look at me.
Oh, she's in the one with the red roof.
Red roof?
Yes.
Thank
It's
you
the only
so
one
much.
with the red roof.
You almost said hat.
You don't hat.
I want a house with a red hat.
It's got a big old red hat. It's that old lady in Discord. I'm looking at her and I see her big ass pink hat.
And that's how you know it's a gnome house.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry to have disturbed your day. You have a wonderful rest of your day.
I will. You. Right. And she closes the door on your face.
All right, so I'm gonna try and go find Garden Street.
All right.
I'm
As
sorry, that was
Zeke goes-
great. That was just great.
I have human parts to me, I promise. I have compassion.
Sure.
Okay, don't lead with that, by the way.
Sure.
That doesn't sound good when you say I have human parts.
I have human parts.
I have human thoughts, guys.
No.
So as
That's
Zeke
in
wanders-
Anna's campaign that I have extra parts.
That is true. So as Zeke wanders off to try and find Garden Street, and Lula is doing her stuff, we're gonna take a quick, a very, very short break so I can go to the bathroom and get some water.
Yeah, I need to
Alright.
Yeah, we'll be back in a few minutes.
5 to less.
Trying for
Or your
5
money
minutes or
back.
less.
Alright, gotcha.
Wow.
We're accomplishing like minuscule things.
I just hear someone talking shit in the background. Oh, compassion.
Hi, kiddo. You're doing great. 10 out of 10.
The best group ever.
Yeah.
Well, he's the bottom right. Though I kind of wish he was a thief.
That would have been funny. I mean, he sort of is. He almost got the freaking drying pan.
That's the lightest thing I had in my bag, okay?
I mean, you could have just slapped him.
No. I feel like with a giant wolf man, that's not really gonna affect him.
Neither's
you never
missing, but you know. One thing at a time.
I got a car, guys.
Yay!
Nice.
I know.
Hey, next back.
I have to make car payments all over again. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, bye, kiddos. Have fun.
They didn't let it go over.
Well, basically what they totaled out my car at is just pretty much paying off what I owed on that car before. And like, luckily I'm getting like all the warranty I had for the back. And I'm still going through the lawsuit against the woman and everything, so it's still gonna be a while before that's all done.
Yeah, well, at least you got it started and all that fun stuff, so.
Oh yeah, because I needed a car because they were like, after we total out your car, you only have 5 days rental. Good luck.
Ugh.
You bastards.
At least they gave you a rental. They wouldn't let my wife have a rental because she was too young when hers got totaled late last year. So we
Really?
just had to scramble. Yeah, she's too young to have a rental, and since she's the primary on ours because we have USAA through her family being ex-military, they wouldn't rent it to me and let me do that. So it was just a weird thing.
I don't know, Enterprise gave it to me because technically you're not supposed to have a rental till you're 25, and I'm still 24. They gave it to me though. They were like, you're close enough. We're Enterprise, we don't care.
To be fair, she was 22, so.
Wouldn't know.
I am back and I have cookies.
Okay.
Screw
I
your
had
cookies.
cookies.
Oh my god, why are you so angry?
Because I don't have cookies.
I had
Screw
Pocky.
your cookies.
I wanted to do that.
To be fair, I made these last night and I'm mad that my second batch ended up burnt because of the pans.
Screw your old cookies.
The anger.
Now I know they're old, they're less enticing, but they're still cookies.
They're purple with blue sprinkles.
Oh, adorable. Zora, what the hell are you?
I'm trying to get this peanut butter cracker out of out of the package.
It is not
man.
working with you at all.
Oh,
And here I thought all those gym visits we did were benefiting you.
I'm trying not to fucking spill. It's that strength versus being very
Don't
careful.
lie.
Different.
Don't look.
Don't lie.
You got called out.
Oh man. Now
Sounds
that
like somebody doesn't want to go back to the gym again.
I never do. I never do. It sucks, but you know we gotta.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta get our fat asses into shape. Because
I really want a polyarmory now.
Mm-hmm. General
A
Shaft.
polar armory.
What's that?
a Pomeranian.
Yes, a Pomeranian.
He wants a Pomeranian. Got it.
Nice.
Someone give him one of them little pieces of shit.
You know, you're asking a lot for this damn Christmas after last Christmas.
What?
Well-
When you gave him your heart and he gave it away?
No, it was a picture.
This Christmas is gonna last longer, so.
Oh. Never and ever.
Coming back into this and coming back into Tisra, as the subtle rain falls from the sky, Lulu Moon, Pandora, where are you guys
I'll go
going?
by Panda.
Panda
Lula is Lula is pretty much leading the way to the barracks to talk to Buck.
I'm falling behind with Mr. Fluffy Henry.
So we've got the
That's the best
the
nickname.
four going that way. Make it there, no issues. You go into the guard barracks. It's a little busier than you saw previously. They actually have a couple of people in the in the back area that's kind of gated off, like a holding cell kind of area. They actually have like 3 people there, as well as 6 guards when it was just one at a desk previously. 6 different guards stationed in this room, and one at a desk. So it seems like they've picked up the guard, or they've hired more guards. You're not entirely sure. But Buck is not one of them.
Lula's gonna turn to the rest and say, let me do the talking. Let's just try and find Buck." And she's gonna just go looking for him. Only at knee height to everyone else, I'm sure.
Like going through the guard barracks and prison to look for Buck.
Basically
Or,
starting in the main room that we've walked into, the atrium.
You know, you could just ask someone here if they've seen him.
Yeah, that might be a lot easier than trying to get through all these people.
I mean, there's a front reception desk practically, right?
Yeah, it's where she's pretty much beelining.
So you all head up there. There's a guard has looks to be plate mail. There's a thing that's gonna happen, Zoris, with you and Fate when you enter the tavern. So don't go too far.
Okay, then never
Do
mind.
that shit.
I saw you right, and I was like, oh, don't go too far. So yeah, you guys go up to the guy. Looks to be human. You can't really tell much of the features because they've got a iron helmet that has the cross guard over their nose, and he like kind of leans up and over the desk to see you, Lila. Looks up to the very tall Pandora and the even taller Henwen. Actually, no, you're human still, but you're still actually about the same height as Pandora. So yeah, looks at both of the tall individuals behind Lula. Did y'all need something?
We're looking for Buck. Need to speak with him on an urgent matter.
You're looking for guard Buck. Can I ask who you are and why you need him?
My name is Lulamoon. It's regarding his niece.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Yeah, he doesn't believe your name's Lula.
At all.
No.
God damn it!
You look nothing like a moon.
Or a Lula. Goodness, you are too small to be a moon.
Alright, give me a minute. I'm gonna go see if he's in the back. He might be out on patrol or off duty. I don't keep track of everybody's schedules. I just intake prisoners. So he leaves the desk and goes through a door on the his left-hand side, right-hand side for you guys, where you had seen what you think was the guard captain exit through previously. And he closes the door behind him and is gone for about a minute before coming back. Is there anything you guys want to do before he came back?
Is there anything paper on his desk that would just give us any information?
I mean, there's a couple papers on the desk. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
I'd have Ra just float over it and look through his eyes at that distance instead of going near it. Just have him flapping up there happily over Lula Moon.
Yeah, just go ahead and give me a perception from either.
Even with Ra's advantage, that sucks.
You look at the paper, and it makes no sense to your brain right now. Like, it is just
down.
all jumbled upside down. It is weird letters. You can't read it through Ra's eyes. Yeah. Plus, Ra is kind of flapping up and down, so the words aren't staying still. So they're constantly moving, so you can't really make out a damn thing. Yeah, but the guard comes back, and he looks to all the four of you. Yeah, he's out on duty up at Globro, up to the north.
All right.
By the north gate.
All right. Thank you very much. And she'll start heading off in that direction.
Bye. And you all head up towards the northern gate. Zeke, what were you going? You were going to be heading up towards Garden Street, or looking for it, anyways.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
It's got to be investigation. It can't be survival.
No, not for this one. Okay, you did pretty good, and it's not a hard place to find. So, yeah, you actually ask around, ask maybe one or two people, and they let you know that Garden Street is actually the street that connects the northern pathway that leads up to the northern gate and the western gate, sorry. And yeah, they point you in the direction of it.
Well, then I'm gonna go that way.
Right over there.
After he screams at this.
As you're heading over there, you do see Lulamoon, Pandora, Hedwin, and Tariq all heading north up the main thoroughfare. You're a good 70 or 80 feet behind them, but you can see them all up there.
Russian.
You rush at them?
No, not at all. I've got my own shit I gotta do.
All right, yeah. So you just kind of stay back, watch them. They continue on towards the north, where you break off towards the west. And you look down this street and try to find a house with a red roof.
Yeah, is it hard to find?
No, actually, it's not. You walk down the street a ways, and you kind of feel like the old lady was lying to you, possibly, for a minute or so before you get towards near the end of what you think is the street as it turns left and goes up towards the north again. You see at the corner of the street a house with a red roof.
Well, I'm going to lightly knock on it. Is that the response I get?
Sorry, I was putting things in places.
It's okay. I wasn't
Oh,
sure if I was getting
window.
silence as a response or not.
Save that for later.
So you knock at the door. You wait for a minute. It's quiet inside.
I knock a little louder.
Yeah, you knock on the a little bit louder. Boom, 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 boom. You don't hear anything inside.
Is there a window?
Yeah, on the front of the house.
I peek through the window.
Here,
You
Johnny.
look in the window. Go ahead and give me a perception check. There is a curtain drawn in front of the window, and you stare at the curtain, and you're like, oh, right. People probably put things in front of the window so people can't look in them. Fuck.
Foiled again.
Well, I care about this child. I am worried now. So I'm going to sit in front of the door.
Okay. How long do you wait?
2 hours.
Rest of his life.
Okay. Let's see. It's about noon when you got there. You wait for about 2 hours. Nobody seems to enter or exit the building.
Can I get behind the house?
Yeah, there's two. There's actually a pretty decent alleyway on the eastern side of the house. That actually next to the house has a little bit of a garden. That's actually growing some like
Mysterious
desert
objects.
vegetables and fruits because my brain isn't working right now.
Okay, does it look well kept? Does it look overgrown?
That actually looks pretty well kept.
Okay, I go to the back of the house.
Yeah. You go around to the northern side. There's another door on that side of the house. It looks closed. There's also no, there would be a window on this side of the house. There's a window on the side with the garden on it, but on the side with the door, there is no window.
Is there a curtain over that window?
The one next to the garden, there is a curtain, but it doesn't seem to be drawn.
Well, then I'm all peeking.
Give me another perception check.
I'm all peeking like I'm a duck.
Alright, yeah. You look inside the house. It looks like a fairly well kept house. It just doesn't look like anybody's home. It's only a single floor, so you can see decently sized living room area. It has like a table and some chairs and stuff set around it. There's on the right side from where you're at, you see a wall about 5 feet to the right from where the window's at, and a doorway. But overall, it just looks like a normal house. Nobody seems to be home, though.
Does it look like people have been home recently?
It looks like it's been well kept, and if anybody has been here, they've been like cleaning up after themselves when they do something. It looks like if you were to look into the window of one of those show homes where it's like immaculately clean, like somebody hasn't been there all day. But
So it looks. Does it look like anyone's living there? Or does it look too clean?
It looks like somebody like it doesn't look like you don't see any layers of dust on the table or anything like that. It looks like somebody has been living here.
Can't discern if it looks like someone's actually living there or trying to make it seem like someone lives there.
Sorry, getting a drink of water. From your experience and from what you can see, it looks like somebody actually lives there. Or if somebody is pretending to live there, they're doing a damn good job at it.
Then I'm gonna go back out front and sit in front of the door.
Okay. How long do you wait for this time?
2 more hours.
Okay. You wait another 2 hours. Give me 1 second. I have to check your work schedule. Yes. To that question, Danny.
Really? I hate you.
Someone's house.
Well, I'm not just gonna break down the door to someone's house and live there.
No,
Are you sure? You usually do that.
Nobody has lived in any
Yeah.
of the doors I've hit.
So you wait another 2 hours. See, nobody enters or exits the building the entire 2 hours that you're waiting.
He just starts setting up camp across the house.
Yeah. You picked the perfect time.
What is this freaking hell of neighbor? Calm down.
So yeah, you sit and wait for hours, just seeing if they might come home. While you're doing that, the four who are going to the northern gate, yeah, you guys make it up to the northern gate. There's 4 guards standing, 2 near the outer edge of the gate, 2 on the inner edge. Go ahead and give me a perception check, Lula, because you're looking for him. Okay. So yeah, the one on the right-hand side on the outer edge has the same build and stance as you remember Buck having. You're pretty sure that's him. Kind of hard to tell because now every single guard you've come across has had a helmet, and they're all extremely uniform in their equipment and maintenance of their equipment.
She's going to not fully approach the guards, but give herself a couple feet's distance, and just call out for Buck by name.
By Young.
Yeah, by name.
Yeah, his first name is Young.
Oh,
He's a young buck. Didn't you get the pun before?
she's just gonna call him by Buck. Okay.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so you call out his name, and the guard who you thought would be Buck, it looks over towards you. Oh,
She's just.
you guys are back. Is there news? He kind of moves away from his position towards you.
She's going to approach me like, Buck, is there somewhere we can go to talk privately, please?
Not until I'm off my shift, unfortunately. And that's not for another 6 hours.
I will use persuasion to convince him that we really need to talk right now.
What do you say to him?
We don't have 6 hours. We need to talk now, dude.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me your persuasion check. Yeah, but I also need to keep my job. And if I abandon my post, he looks to the other 3 guards.
Tell your superiors regarding your niece.
He looks to the other 3 guards while you're saying that. Jones, you guys think you guys can cover me for about 5-10 minutes? This is important. This is about Tara's daughter. Jones, the one who's standing across from him, is like, all right, well, make it quick. And he looks over to you. 10 minutes, come on. And he takes you inside of the wall, which, for the gate, there's 2 guard posts in there. So he takes you in there. Just Lula, though. Unless the other 3 of you were trying to go in as well.
Tariq will probably be close enough to listen to win.
Yeah, come on, Lula. If you want this to be private, it's just gonna be you and me. It's gonna have to be in the guardhouse.
Y'all, I'm pretty clueless, so I'll just wait.
I mean, Tariq will look at Lula and at least offer Ra just in case she's uncomfortable.
She'll nod to Tariq and look to Buck. I would like my friend Pandora to come with us, if that's all right.
That shouldn't be a problem. It's just guardhouse isn't too big, so
Understood.
he leads the two of you inside and closes the door behind him. There is a small window about 10 feet away from where he takes you guys in towards the inner workings of the wall. What's going on?
She's gonna look. You might want to sit down. I have a few questions to ask you.
He leans against the wall, takes his helmet off.
One of my first question: how long have you been looking after Joyce? I mean, what's going on with her parents? That
I've been taking care of Joyce while her mom's been working just about every single day. She gets 1 day off a week. But I've essentially been her babysitter until I got my job at the Desert Watch. And then then she had to switch over to working almost every night, so that way I could watch Joyce at night, and then she could have Joyce in the morning when I'm working.
Is there anything else that going on at home that may have caused her to run away?
I mean, she hasn't seen her dad since she was 2. She probably doesn't even remember him. It's just been me and my sister Tara for a long time, so...
How did you find out, or how was she captured? Or how did you know she was missing?
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check for that one. Just when I was getting back from my watch in the afternoon, and as Tara was getting ready to head off to work, I come home and Joyce was gone. And Tara thought that she was sleeping. Tara thought she would, like, all we could find out was she probably ran out her window at night and yeah.
There would need to be a reason she ran off.
I couldn't tell you. Maybe she saw something that night run past the window and she was curious about it. Maybe somebody convinced her to leave. I don't know. Because I got back from my shift and she was gone.
Wait, didn't he say that he cared for her at nighttime and then her mom cared for her during the day? So why didn't he notice that she left at night?
My shift ends about sunset. Her shift starts just after sunset. She works the dinner rush at No Last Call.
Lula will look to Pandora on that, or look to Ra on that. I see. Does she? This may sound weird, but some of the children we came across in the sewers, we noticed spoke other languages that I myself do not. Just in case this comes up, are there any other languages she may know that maybe she's more comfortable with?
I mean, when I was taking care of her and throughout most of her life up until she disappeared, she only spoke common. I mean, that's the only language me and Tara know.
Yeah. Can I insight check him on that?
Go ahead and roll me an insight check.
Because something doesn't seem right. God damn it!
He seems to be slightly confused by the question, but doesn't seem to be lying to you. Seems to be as forthright and honest as you can read him.
Alright, but let's get to the chase. We heard something about the being purchased, and that's our huge concern right now. I know that you said that you and your sister work long hours and that. Do you think that your sister might have sold your and lied to you later on about it?
And he looks at you, kind of aghast at the accusation, and extremely confused. You're saying that my sister sold her daughter?
I mean, when you're going through poverty and going through a hard time, some things just happen. Sometimes you'd rather the way out than actually work for it. So yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
I mean, we're not the richest people. We both work long hours every day of the week, but we're not hurting for money that much. Where she would sell her only daughter. It seems ridiculous that she would do that.
Intimidation? I want the answers. I want the truth.
How are you going to intimidate him?
I'm gonna slam my hand on the wall and be like, look, Buck, whether you want to agree to it or not, your sister has to have something.
Alright, go ahead and roll an intimidation check. Okay. So, because you guys need to leave at that specific time, this is what I'm going to do. As you slam your hand, and Henwin is kind of peeking into the window, hearing everything starting to get louder, you slam your hand into the wall and you say that, and there is a bright flash of orange light that engulfs you and Hedwin, and as it dissipates, Lila Moon and Tariq, you look around, both Pandora and Hedwin are gone.
With that, Tariq will probably open the door and come in. The puppy man disappeared. And I see your friend did too.
What was that? What was what? Buck is just kind of trying to comprehend what the fuck just happened.
I'll level with you, Buck. Hell if I know. Hell if I know.
What? That hasn't happened before to you guys? I mean,
No.
you're not concerned about the fact that your friends just vanished in a flash of light?
Can I do an Arcana check just to see what kind of magic she just?
And Tariq's just gonna be like, we've been through so much shit, like, it's nothing.
Possibly some type of conjuration magic. You're not sure what, though.
This is not really surprising for all the crap we've put up with over the past few weeks. But can we just finish up this, whatever this is? Just answer their questions so you can get back to work and we can stop bugging you.
I mean, I have been answering the questions best of my knowledge.
That's what I figured. But, I mean, I don't know anything here. You said your sister works at No Last Call. You're about to swap off shifts, right?
Yeah, as soon as a couple hours once my shift ends, I'll be heading back home and she'll be heading over there.
All right, that's where our rooms are anyway. Do you think she'd mind if we check in with her about her daughter?
As long as you guys are a little more tactful than with me, yeah, it should be fine.
Don't worry, we'll be much more tactful and respectful than this has been. Come on.
And yeah, Zany and Daki, you guys are good to go. We will bring you back next week.
Boy.
Lula's gonna. Yeah, we'll see you later. Lula's just gonna pinch the bridge of her nose and just point at Tariq and out.
He needs to go back to work. You're coming too. Come on, we need to go.
I have one last question.
Well, ask him and be done with it, honestly.
Buck, it's like this. We did manage to find Joyce. However, some questioning things have come up because of the situation we have found her in. I don't feel right handing her over until we know what's happened in its entirety.
I don't see why you think you have the authority to keep my sister's daughter away from her, considering she was the one who pushed the guard to look for her for about 3 weeks after she disappeared.
And they did absolutely nothing.
That's kind
So
of
by
what
the
they were doing
part,
about everything at the time.
the authority that I feel is based on the one that has guided me thus far. Let me ask you one final question before we leave.
What about all the searching I did before any of you even arrived here? You want to say the guards did nothing? I searched for her. I tried to find her. Now, if you want to continue this conversation, we can go to the barracks and you can be in chains. Or you can give my sister her daughter back.
I will if you answer me this question. Has she shown any magical abilities in her lifetime?
My niece, Joyce?
Yes.
We haven't had... Our family isn't magical at all. We don't have magic in our blood. She wouldn't... There would be no reason for her to have it unless the people who took her were teaching it to her for some reason.
I can tell you by Saloon that she has it. And the people who had her, I couldn't tell you. But as of right now, young man, she is in better hands now. If you and your sister want to come by and get a fine. Otherwise, she's in safer hands with me. Got it?
Tariq's piecing out on this. Tariq is just like, you've locked out the door. He said, he's told Buck, he's like, I'm not in on this one. I have no idea where this is coming from. And he's walked out because he remembers how excited.
My watch and I will get my niece back.
You'll have no arguments from me is the last thing Tariq mutters as he leaves out, because he remembers how excited the niece was to see her uncle again, and how excited she was to be there, regardless of what the other kids were saying, because he was there. You know, he's just like, no, this is... Tariq feels very strongly that Lula's gone a little too far on this one. and is just gonna, and Ra's gonna flutter off with him.
And unless Lily, you say something else to him, he's gonna lead you out of the guardhouse and send you on your way so you can finish his watch.
Yeah.
At this timing, if I'm walking back down the road, would I see Zeke sitting out there?
Give me a perception check, because he is a ways down the road from where you guys are going to be at, so you might not be able to see him from where you are.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
Lula's
like,
just
at any
gonna...
point during the walk.
Yeah.
Lula's just gonna head back towards the world's end.
No. You walk past, you walk down the street, and you just kind of... You see mostly humans, elves, some half-elves, a couple of dwarves, halflings. You don't see any Asmar tieflings while you're walking about.
Oh, wow, that house has a red roof. Cool.
Don't even see a red roof as you're walking around. Most of the houses have stone roofs.
In red room.
Right.
Tariq's a little lost and a little put out right now that his teammate wouldn't have said anything or shared any info earlier on what her plan was and what she was thinking. And how ridiculous that interrogation was to him. That it wasn't forewarned or explained. So of course he's not paying too much attention to this back. He's a little upset.
Do you head anywhere specific or just kind of wandering about the town?
Going back to our rooms at the Worlds, or at No Last Call.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of like going over the conversation that you listened to in your head a few times as you're walking back. Just kind of like, what? Yeah, you make it back there. And see, Lula, you're on your way towards the world's end. Zoris and Fate, you guys are the first to come back to No Last Call.
Yes.
Yeah.
About an hour before any of that stuff happens.
Yeah.
So you guys enter, and it's fairly vacant. Other than you see Laurel off on one side at a booth, in deep conversation with two women. Neither one of you recognizes either of these women. Both of the women, one of the women is, let me double check real quick. Yeah, one of them, one of the women, the one who's closer to the wall on the inside of the booth, looks to be elven with silver hair and dark purple robes. Fairly well kept. And the woman next to her is fairly short. Sitting down, looks to be either gnomish or halfling, you can't tell from the distance. And has what looks to be like leather gloves on, a leather belt with a couple pouches on it. You see, it looks like a little, like a handle of a hammer sticking out the back of her, one of her pouches. And in the candlelight, you can see what looks to be like a few grease stains on her forehead as they're in the middle of what seems to be a conversation. Do you guys walk up to it, go to a different table?
Fane? I guess would go to a different table, just wait for the conversation that they're having to finish.
I think we need to be out of prying eyes. While they're in conversation anyway, we have some other matters to deal with.
Okay. Yeah, you guys essentially have a while, because he's going to be in conversation for about 4 hours.
Fucking shit.
Yeah, it's a long conversation.
Swear to God, if this is the gnome that I've been waiting for.
I mean.
Oh, I'm gonna love it.
So yeah.
while you guys are, kind of off on the side, just waiting, watching, you do see there's the bartender, one of the waitresses, comes and gets you guys. She comes up to, anything I can get for you? Drinks, food, anything like that?
Fang will just ask for that special. Whatever they got.
All right, fish.
Yo.
She looks over to you, Zoris.
Just water. And, sorry, it's been a while. Remind me, do we have assigned rooms, or do we just get a new one? With the group here.
Each night you guys get a new one. They're paid for through the entirety of, I believe it's May. And each night that you guys stay, you guys just get a new key, and it'll be a new room each time.
All right. Well, can you get a? Where do I go for the key? Sorry, we've been out of town for a while.
Both of you just sit right here. I'll be back with 2 new keys for you.
All right.
And
Okay.
she heads off and puts in an order for the house special. Gets you a cup of water. And brings back 2 keys. It takes her about 5 minutes. She's pretty quick. And the water's warm. They don't seem to have a way to cool it.
Yeah.
And you guys have keys to your rooms.
Okay.
It takes another good 15, more like half an hour, 45 minutes for your food to come out. It's rice, fish, and a bean pod kind of, you think it's a vegetable? Go ahead and give me a nature check and see if you know what this actually is.
There we are.
Okay. You know it as a green pole. Grows off a tree. It's just pod green. It has little seeds inside of it. They're actually pretty delicious if they are boiled or steamed. But yeah.
Okay, before she walks away, he's gonna sort of get her attention. Excuse me, but I saw there was a lot of people moving sand in the bones earlier. Is there something going on there, or construction?
Well, as far as I know, the General Lethul has put together a group construction to rebuild the eastern wall that fell 20 years ago or something like that. And he's having people remove the sand before that, so that way, it's gone and then the wall can stop the sand. It's what I heard anyways.
Ah, I see. Okay, sorry for disturbing curious.
Not a problem. It's pretty busy pretty dead tonight, so she goes back towards the bar and chats with the bartender because you guys and Laurel are the only ones in the bar right now.
Oh, like other than we're the only ones?
Yeah, you guys are the only 5 people in the tavern at the moment on the first floor.
All right.
Must be an orgy on the second.
I mean, you guys are coming in at noon, so.
Fair. I'm gonna eat my
I thought it
fish.
was afternoon, but that makes.
Where you, Zoris and Faint, you guys are about noon. Everyone else is peaking towards like 2 o'clock. Zeke, you're peaking towards like 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Still sitting here.
So we got to town extremely early. Okay.
Yeah.
So you got
About
like
6
2
hours.
hours before Tariq shows up where you're at.
Yeah.
Give or take.
So,
Zoris is gonna wait for basically Faint to finish his meal, drinking his tea flavored water, and
Okay. Meal's pretty good.
It's better than water flavored tea.
Water tastes like tea. And you guys just kind of sit, wait, watching Laurel have the conversation. It seems to get heated at points, quiets down at others. The woman in the purple robe seems to get angry quite a few different times while you guys are just watching the conversation happen. The short gnomish woman just seems to be listening. Doesn't seem to be inputting much into the conversation. It seems to be mostly the elven woman and Laurel. But Tariq and Tariq, you come in around this point.
Tariq is visibly upset as he comes in, if they're still sitting there.
It seems like a waste of time. We have other business to tend to, and it doesn't seem like they're going.
I mean, do? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we do.
I'm so upset at myself. I can't stick to an accent.
It's fine, my friend. You'll find one eventually.
Okay, well, just one. Okay. So, what is it that you wish for me to look at? Now.
Not here. Not there's not many eyes, but still, the less seen, the better.
Yeah, over the course of the last 2 hours, maybe 10 or so different patrons have come in, left. The moment when Tariq comes in, there's another 4 people besides the 5 of you.
Yeah. Doris is just going to pick his key up.
True.
Yes.
Are you going to go to a room before or after Tariq scans the room? Just going to ask you that, because he'll scan the room when he first comes in to see if any of his allies are there.
That is fair. Do you guys leave before 2 hours goes by?
I was gonna propose it after the meal. So was there a good point? Yeah, there was a good point of waiting.
Yeah, it would have been about half an hour at most for Fate to finish his meal.
Yeah.
So yeah, after about half an hour, you guys would have had this conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I was gonna propose that, but of course it's up to Fate. He's gonna follow.
Sure. Why not?
Alright. So, yeah, George's gonna go find his room, unlock, let him in, shut it, lock it. Alright. So, then he's gonna rustle in his bag a little bit and pull the box out. So this, and he kind of like puts it on the bed. And this, and he pulls out the cloak. These were left on our cart. And I think it was from the mutual party that we both do not like. The one Tremaine, I think someone said.
They were on there as we were coming back?
I found this before when the raining started.
Huh. And you said it was a cloak in a box?
Yeah. The box is locked. And honestly, I do not trust some of the people that we keep in our party. Some of the people we don't know much about. This Pandora, and even now this dog person we keep. I don't know what he is. And granted, he is not that smart, but it could be a ruse. I don't know. I just do not trust them, and I feel like with a woman that we're dealing with, it's best to be discreet about certain things.
If you think so. And then I guess he'll proceed to do his artificer thing of identify and or detect magic first, then identify.
Alright, so you detect magic. There is magic on the cloak. The chest does not seem to have any magic on it.
Okay. You will attempt to unlock the box.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a thieves' tools check.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, it's a pretty hefty lock. A little bit heftier than ones that you're used to, but you're still good. You still get it. It takes you a little bit longer than a normal lock, but you get it open. And you hear that so satisfying click as the clock turns, clicks open, and you see the top of the chest kind of pop a little bit. Do you open the chest?
He looks to Zoris and like motions him to take a couple steps back, give him like a 15-foot radius if he can in the room.
I would be standing at the door.
There you go.
Just make sure it doesn't open. So.
Yeah, about 10 feet away. It's about 10 by 10 foot rooms. Yeah, so you open up the chest, and inside, as you open the chest, you see a lot of gold. A lot of gold. And on top of all of it, a small square of white paper.
I know this stand. Okay, he's gonna go ahead and pick up the pit. He's gonna look over the gold, just completely yay, and he's gonna grab the paper and give it a peek, give it a look over.
Okay. It is folded. There's on the front side of it that's facing towards you. It looks to be a signature of some kind. Looks to spell out the name Electa Tremaine. If you wanted to flip it over.
Okay, and detect magic would still be up, but I'm not getting any of that from any of this, right? Besides the book.
From inside of the chest, you are sensing a little bit of magic in there.
Okay.
Underneath the gold, though.
Okay, so paper's clean.
Yeah, seems as though the paper's clean.
Sweet, the revolver's not gonna pop out and shoot me.
Not this time.
This time? Okay, yeah, he'll unfold it and read over whatever's on there, if he can.
Yeah, it is in the same, it's very fanciful cursive writing. Like whoever is writing this was trying to rub it in your face that they're better than you. Like they were trying really hard to get the point across with their writing that, yeah, I'm better than you. And the letter says through it, well, congratulations on surviving. Here's a little treat. Maybe you'll be able to find me when you get up towards the north.
He's just gonna look at the paper and just let out a deep breath and just put it off to the side towards Zoris if he wants to read it.
Yeah, Zoris is gonna approach at this point and look through it.
Read the shit out of that paper.
She's taunting us.
Of course. If all the woman knows how to do. Can't even. Well, it seems that it wasn't a trap, at least, but maybe a bold assertion that she feels we need to be better to get back on her level. I don't know. Arrogant woman.
Basically, get good, scrub.
Basically, yeah. I guess he'll go ahead and, while he's saying that, he's going to be going through the gold to see if there are any other items within the chest box.
But that is what all you find within this box.
Oh.
And all of the gems are of a decent size. You think they could probably fetch at least a good 20, 30 gold apiece.
Alright.
I'll go ahead and identify that spell scroll.
Okay. Yeah, you identify it as you're looking it over over the course of however long, if you're doing it as a ritual, 10 minutes. And you realize this is a spell scroll of heroism for bards. Like, you can read it while when you identify it, but when you don't have that arcane knowledge telling you what it is, you look it over, it makes no fucking sense to you. Like, you can't read what's written
there. Okay. I guess he'll go ahead. He'll also identify the cloak. He'll just do the instant version for it. Burning a spell slot.
Yeah. Burning a spell slot, you find out that it is a cloak of. Give me 1 second so I can pull up the thing.
That's a cloak.
It's a cloak.
Wait a minute, guys.
It's a cloak of Google.
It's a cloak. A hole up.
It's a cloak of the world.
Cloak of the world.
God damn it! I'm in a JoJo mood, motherfucker. Oh, part 5 coming out soon. I need to binge. Shit.
Do it.
Don't worry, you have the clip of the taste like a liar.
So you identify this cloak. It's actually pretty dark, like almost pitch black, the color of the cloak. But you identify it and you find, and I'm going to just send this to you in a private message on Discord, so you can say.
Okay.
Good luck.
Huh.
So what is it?
It is a damn good cloak. And he'll go ahead and explain what this thingy does, as well as the spell scroll to Zoris.
Yeah. It's a fancy cloak.
It's a fancy ass cloak.
So, while you guys are sitting up in your rooms doing that, Lula, you head over to the World's End. And Silmar is currently with the 7 children that are still there, working with them to take care of the other 40 that just came in. Anna.
Anna?
Oh no!
Sorry. She's going to look to the bartender and say, "I'm sorry for running off like that. It won't happen again. I promise."
Okay. I mean, was there something else we needed to talk about?
I don't know. Just I'll do what I can to help with the children, but we may be having some visitors a little later.
I mean, if it's their parents, that's perfectly fine. I do not have the willpower to take care of this many children by myself.
I'm probably gonna need to talk with the general at some point, but other than that,
Good luck with that.
hopefully we'll get these kids where they're going.
I'm a little lost at this accent that appeared out of nowhere.
Lula has turned into a Southern Belle, it's fine.
I hate you, honey.
I can't judge because I can't pick a fucking accent.
I hate you.
Can I just...
I hate you.
It's beautiful.
Can I just get a drink, please?
Did you want something hard or something a little lighter?
Something probably light, a bit of a pushover.
Very well. And she reaches under goes around behind the bar, grabs up a fairly dark glass bottle, and pours you a shot.
Sorry for asking so late, but never did get your name.
Silmer, honey. Silmer River.
Can I ask you something, Selmer?
What do you need?
What do you do when you're left to question everything you've known?
Well, I suppose that really depends on what you're questioning and what you know.
She'll look to the children on that.
I never thought I'd be taking care of 47 children ever in my life.
All I've known for the last 5 years is traveling, fixing broken families, teaching the next generation how to be better than their predecessors. Now I've been thrown into this and I don't know what to think anymore.
I mean, you may not have fixed any broken families, but you saved some broken kids. Even if their families don't come and find them, they'll do better than they were before. That's for sure.
There's the problem. How do you know?
I mean, otherwise, their parents don't come find them. They'll just be working for me until they get old enough not to.
I mean, even if their parents do come and find them, how do you know they're going to do better?
I mean, all I can do is make sure I keep them safe while I have them. When they go back to their family, hope that it doesn't happen again. If it does, then fix it then too.
She's gonna drink down the shot at that point. Shake her head at the sensation because she's never drank.
Go ahead and give me a constitution save.
Low body size, never drank.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. That ain't makes sense.
Ooh, that burns.
Cigar.
That burns really bad.
She turned into a woo girl in one shot.
You it burns. You shake your head. You kind of do that. I got this, and you kind of push yourself away from the table, and do not remember the rest of your night.
Yeah.
So, Zeke, back to you.
Yep. Sitting here 2 hours.
Yeah, you sit there for a good 4 hours after the 2 hours search around the house. Another 2 hours. There's nobody. Did you want to wait another 2 hours or make it a full set?
I'm just gonna wait here until someone shows up. So however many hours it takes.
Okay. Yeah, you wait for a good 3 more hours before somebody comes. And it is. Where is the person's information? You see approaching two small figures. Both of them look like children. In comparison to the rest of the populace walking by, it's very hard to pick them out in the entire crowd. But you see them coming towards and beelining towards where you are, and then giving you very concerned looks.
Are either of them the little one that I carried on my head?
The smaller one, is, yes.
I'm just gonna crouch down real low and wave at her.
Pardon me if I don't do her voice right. She rushes up towards you, recognizing you now because it is a bit dark and it has been raining a bit, and you are a big green man.
Jolly green giant, boys.
Right.
When it comes to this kid, I am.
Hi, big man.
Hi, honey. How are you?
I'm good. I'm with my mom now.
I know. I wanted to come make sure you were safe and okay. I was worried something bad happened to you.
No, nothing bad happened. I was just at the daycare.
Yeah, did Miss Sommer take good care of you?
Yeah, she did before mom came and picked me up.
Yeah, and I met your auntie. She told me that she got you first, right?
Well, I mean, I think she found mom. Mom found me. I don't know where.
Oh, okay.
She kind of tilts her head at the auntie part, confused.
I was told by someone to go talk to your auntie. I think it was her aunt. Was it her aunt?
Yes.
Yeah, you have it right.
I forgot at this point. Okay. And then your aunt told me how to find your house. Because she could tell I was worried about you. That's all.
The short woman next to her, who walked up with her, walks up to you and says, "Are you the one who saved my daughter?"
Yeah, me and a group of people that I've been traveling with saved her. I just carried her back and we kind of had a bonding moment, so I wanted to make sure she was safe and okay.
While you're saying that, she throws her arms around your neck and gives you a very, very tight hug. And says, "Thank you."
Daddy, you're choking me. I can't breathe.
Sorry. And she steps back.
Perfect time for my cold to kick in.
Perfect timing.
Tonight.
Sorry about that. Listen, it's not just her. We were trying to find all the kids, but I personally was worried about her after we had been gone for a week and I didn't know what had happened. I had talked to the gnome over at the merchant shop, and I didn't know if anything had come of it. No. I just wanted to make sure she was safe.
Oh, you're talking about cousin Oren. Yeah. He got in touch with my great aunt. And she let me know that her daughter was at the world's end.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure as many of those kids could find their homes as we could.
I'm glad she's home. Thank you
I am
and
too.
your friends for finding her and bringing her back. Along with the others, I hope their parents can find them.
I hope so too. I haven't even checked in on them. This was my second stop.
Good fortune to you. We're gonna go home. I just got off my shift at the...
Yeah, just real quick before you guys go. I'm gonna crouch down real low. Talk to the little one again. So pretty much lay on the ground.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I'm gonna go, honey, you were so brave and so amazing. I got something special for you.
Oh.
And I'm gonna hand her a silver piece out of my bag.
Her eyes light up at the piece of silver, because that's more than she's been given by her mom, an allowance, you would assume. If she does get an allowance.
And I'm gonna tell her, I'm gonna go, this is for you being so brave when all that bad stuff was happening. I want you to keep it and spend it on something nice for you.
She nods her head. Yeah.
No, I don't want her to buy crack.
Not to that statement.
Jesus Christ.
Hey kids, you want my crack? The nice crack dealer.
Oh,
And then
smoke some weed.
I'm just gonna kind of raise myself up a little bit, and I'm gonna hand her mom 2 silver.
You don't need
I
to.
know I don't, but I have an uneven amount of coin in my purse now, and I
Your DM face palms.
Oh my god.
Wait a second. You have an uneven amount, and you're giving 2.
Yep.
Even it up.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a
Good
reason
with
behind
math.
it. Yeah, I'm real good with math. It's a lie to make her feel better. Shut up.
You're a lie to make her feel better.
Thank you.
Not a problem. If there's anything you need, you know you can find me where you found her, and you can ask for Zeke, and I'll be here to do what I can.
Thank you. Very,
No
very
problem. You're very, very welcome. And then I'm gonna kind of hold my hands out to the little gnome again, and ask her if she wants to sit on my head for one last, just for old time's sake.
Yeah! And she'll jump into your arms.
So I'll pick her up. I'll walk her around in a couple circles while she's up on my head, and then I'll set her back down, pat her on the head, and I'll set her down. I'll very lightly pat her on the head with a finger.
Tap, tap.
Fair enough. Essentially, yeah.
And then I'll go ahead and I'll just kind of take my leave.
No, I have a better one.
The mother wishes you a wonderful night. Thanks you again. Heads inside with her daughter and closes the door behind her. You see light come on from inside the room, or inside the building, as you kind of walk away. Where do you head off to?
I head off
Lady to see.
to the world's end.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have a lady I haven't seen in a week, and an itch I need her to scratch. I've killed Anna with my horrible dirty talk.
I mean, to be fair, you are a prop, so.
So, as you are entering the world's end, you see Somer and Lulamoon deep in conversation. At least 3 different empty glasses in front of Lula. As it seems as though Lula and Somer have gotten into a drinking game, while some of the older kids are kind of like, Somer has, before she started this, has possibly coached and taught the older kids how to essentially run the tavern, and she's gotten into a drinking game with Lula. Lula is fucking smashed. Somer seems to be holding her weight just fine.
I'm gonna go sit at the bar.
Welcome back.
How you doing? And I'm gonna give her the finger gun.
Oh dear Lord, he's like a worse version. Freak.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check. I don't know if she likes
I'll
finger
use
guns
my.
or not.
He deserves advantage for.
I'll
He
use
doesn't
my
even
plus
fucking
6.
need it. Doesn't even need it.
I
Yeah,
am the
you do the
most
finger
charming
guns.
barbarian fucking alive.
And you're not sure if it's because she's been drinking or if it's because she's really that into you. But her cheeks go to a very, very pale blue, like she's probably blushing as a Goliath with her gray skin, with those finger guns.
I'm laughing at something different.
Yeah.
Lee messaged me and that broke me.
Yeah, that's fair. They can break people pretty easily.
I will break you.
So I'm gonna turn to Selmer. I'm gonna go. So I still have a room here, right?
Tonight, yes, you have a room here. We'll see after we situate the children in the morning, though.
I mean, one room in here that we don't have to worry about the kids being in.
There's a lot of kids.
I expected a little more exasperation on that.
Sorry, I let go of push to talk before I was able to finish the full exasperation.
Yeah.
The one thing to stop what you're seeing.
Babies. Ruin it every time.
Unless you're the Duggars.
Gross.
Yeah. You have a room for the night with her. And Lula Moon, you get taken upstairs by one of the kids and you wake up in a dog pile of children.
They just thought you were one of them.
One of us.
You wake up with a little crown on. You're the Lord.
Stay with them. It's for the greater good.
Right. The other three, was Fate and Zorus. You guys are in the same room. How are you guys gonna be ending your night?
Honestly, yeah, Zorus, after we get through with all the counting and such, will go. So you said that you know stuff about this. How do you know about what happened there at the mountain? Thonin?
What?
Also, where's the music?
Damn it, Thonin, pay attention.
Back to you two.
Made that change. Going back.
What'd you ask? He's very much looking at the cloak, just like it's a very pretty cloak.
I said, how did you know all you knew about with what happened up there? How have you come by this knowledge?
A lead given to me by someone that I care about, followed by years of research.
And you
Sure.
said it went wrong.
Not quite went wrong, more that it hasn't had the intended effect. Yet she didn't seem to care much about the intended effect.
So what was the intended effect?
Long story short, we wouldn't be able to do this, and he goes about, I guess he'll just cast, alarm? I don't know, I thought I had thaumaturgy.
It's invisible, I can't see that.
Fuck!
That doesn't affect me at all. You miss cantrips, don't you?
I really do. Okay, he's gonna go ahead and cast mending on some of his clothing since most
It
good
got
chance.
pretty fucked.
Yeah.
From that fireball.
So he's gonna go ahead and cast mending on that. Basically keep it to where we are unable to do magic anymore. Rendering that disconnect we had before, well, even more so.
So she sought to completely seal and strengthen the barrier.
Yes.
And it seems to have the opposite effect. It seems.
That I haven't quite figured out, but yes. Although, perhaps her goal wasn't to seal magic, but... Well, I mean, that should be apparent to us by now, but regardless, something has happened, and it's gonna cause a very huge shift in the world.
Oh yes, I definitely would seem so. I would think so. Excuse me. So, why study this, might I ask? I know a lot study the barrier, but why something to completely seal it, to strengthen it?
I don't think I have anything on that bit, do I? At least not in my notes, right?
I mean, they would be guesstimates, really, because, I mean, it doesn't really go too in depth as to reasons as why somebody would want to do it, since that's kind of personal reasons.
Yeah.
I mean, she did tell you guys she wanted to destroy a country, and she was happy that it was destroyed.
Your guess could be as good as mine as to that reason. She mentioned I couldn't say. She could be working for a higher power. She could be she could be her own self goals.
We already know that she consorts with demons, so that kind of explains itself. But that doesn't answer my question, though. Why are you researching it? Why were you?
Half feline curiosity, half to find out why I was sent the information that I was in the first place.
Do you know this person well that gave it to you?
I mean, I should. It was my father. Granted, I haven't had contact in recent days. And last time I had stayed with my family, I hadn't heard from him in a while, but yeah. I'd say I know him pretty well.
It was your father.
Jesus Christ, now I've got Goldman, brother.
You're
Damn
welcome. You're welcome.
There's gonna be a character with that accent now. Damn it.
Picks up the
Fuck y'all, I can go watch that movie and get it out of my system after this.
Anyway.
You're welcome to everyone. It's gonna be Lulumoon. She's gonna have that accent.
All right. Why would they need humans? Or not humans. From what it seemed like, elves? And then it also seems like they kept the 3 humans separate for some reason.
From what I remember, when we found the kids, it looked like the runes and stuff that were separating them were to enhance their magical abilities, right?
From what you can remember, yeah.
Yeah, because Luluman was the one who spoke up about it. You didn't get to see what was in the room.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. And what I know, why for the elves or for the races in specific, I guess.
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Excuse me.
Thinking about it, there is no, like, other than maybe personal preference, maybe she didn't like elves or she only wanted to fuck with elves. They could just, like, as far as you know, there should be no magical reason for her to have only used elves and separated three humans. Maybe it was just personal preference.
He shrugs and just looks at him and goes, racist?
I mean, probably most definitely. She was human, right, Tremaine?
Yeah, from what you guys remember from seeing her. Although, when you guys saw her, she was also kind of exploding into bugs, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Maybe 3 humans that explode into bugs. I dare you.
Her kind
Boogie
does seem
Boogie.
to be racist.
Franz Kafka.
Oogie Boogie is not a human. He's a potato.
How dare you!
He's a sack of tricks, yo.
I'm gonna throw
A
out,
potato sack.
still throwing out Franz Kafka. But
Whoever the bad guy was from the Mummy.
Which one?
Okay.
Because The Rock is one of them.
Not the Scorpion.
The actual, the mummy itself.
Yeah, I don't remember what his Augmentin?
Wow, that's fucking racist.
That's what his name. That's a king. That's a pharaoh. Augmentin.
Imhotep.
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 Yeah.
So far off.
Also,
In your
the
time.
Baba Hotep.
The animated mummy, not human.
You don't know that.
Baba Hotep, guys. Baba Hotep, got it.
Anyway.
Regardless.
Baba
Anyway, like I said, their kind do seem to be racist at times, but I don't know because
They're kind, racist. Love it.
Human.
though
The racist demon of racism.
I mean, apparently I'm a racist for what I said, so...
It's okay.
But there was more to it though. There was the cells that we found the children at the other side. There was the dwarves that they had there.
Of
Made
course.
them mad.
Perhaps. The only issue is I don't think there's enough information here that we can come up with an accurate judgment as to why certain pieces were placed where they were on the board. I mean, if all being said, we found Pandora. She's also Elven, and she didn't seem to be in as worse a state as the children were.
But that's what worries me. She wasn't in that bad of a state, and when we found her, magic came from her, and then it just seems very interesting of what they wanted with her, and then to just let her stay with us, to not try to claim her if she was important or kill her to hide secret. It felt odd.
Well, maybe she isn't important to him anymore, or maybe she doesn't know anything. I tried talking to her about it before, but I may have been a bit too forward in my questioning. But, I mean, regardless, she doesn't seem innately evil. She didn't stab us in the back. She didn't do anything that would give me any reason to doubt her.
Just because evil hasn't shown itself doesn't mean it doesn't exist. But anyway, I don't know. I don't trust her, and I don't trust the dog yet. Because he doesn't even know what he is.
Bark, bark, motherfucker.
I'm very curious about the bork. Wait, did I just... No, dog, the dog.
Oh
My God, Conan.
It's late. It's not
He
that
just
late.
made me call it a bork.
He said it, and it was in my brain. And, oh my gosh. Yes, I am also...
Oh my god, sweetie.
I'm also curious about the dog.
I said it quietly and so deadpan. I wasn't trying to get a laugh out of it.
Yeah.
It's too perfect. Too perfect.
It was great.
Regardless, we should keep our eye out. And out for much, because it very much seems like the people that we are now bound to be associated with are not who they seem to others and to even themselves.
Well, we shall see. But as for the items, well, I don't think there's anything that would be too revealing, so I think we could share some of these with the rest of our party.
If you
Of
trim the
course.
cloak, it could be really revealing.
Only if you're just wearing the cloak.
There you go.
I mean, then we'd be a flasher running down the street.
Oh god, that'd make flying interesting.
Jump off the edge of a building. Woo, guys, look at me!
All right. Back on track to finish this up.
Yes.
Beware the
Uh,
bullhorn.
For now.
Zoris and Paul.
Yeah.
Continue.
So he's gonna go ahead and just gather up the items into the box, folding the cloak up, kneeling into it, putting the letter back in. Just close it up and then just, I guess he'll just leave it in Zoris's room. Okay, well let's go see if our generous benefactor is finished with his conversation.
Hopefully.
And Tariq, during this time, what were you doing downstairs?
Well, I don't know if I'd have come in by the time they were done talking. If they went in there 30 minutes after, that's still an hour and a half before I'd show up.
Yes, but also casting his spells takes time. If he was using spell slots for all of that, then it wouldn't take as long, but it still takes some time.
Alright, so...
Don't you bring logic into my D&D session, damn it.
So
I mean-
Rick would have come right in, looked around, didn't see any of the guys, went straight for the bar, and actually tried to have probably found Buck's sister since she works there. Or she wouldn't be there yet, or ask about her.
Okay.
Since she's not there yet at work.
Yeah, so the woman who is working currently. Yeah, it's a human woman, brown hair, dark colored eyes. You can't really tell in the dim light of this building, but she can do. Yes, you're looking for Tara.
Just a little information first, but yes, I'd like to speak with her whenever she gets on shift.
She doesn't start for another 4 hours at least. What did you want to know?
Well, I just came from speaking to Buck. We were helping with finding Tara's daughter. Just... It was a concerning conversation. One of my allies seemed to see fit to not open up about what she was thinking about Buck before going on this tirade against him. She could have trusted me, but I just have to follow up with her. Her thoughts there, whether I believe them or not. I just wanted to know if you heard anything weird revolving around her daughter from Tara.
I mean, the day that Joyce disappeared was Tara had to take the day off because she was trying to get some support from the guards so that way they could actually look for her. After trying for 3 weeks, she kind of gave up since her brother was the only person trying to find her.
Yeah, I know what it's like to lose hope in a situation. For now, that's plenty of information. Hey, thanks for that. I'll have, you know what, what's the strongest thing you got?
Sure you want the strongest thing?
Okay. That reaction makes me curious. Just let me know, what is the strongest thing you got?
It's a vial of dragon's blood.
You
Second.
motherfucker. I'm not doing that shit again. It worked for Tristan, but he impregnated a whole town because of finger guns, which is why he's better than Zeke will ever be with finger guns.
Called egg wine?
Boy, just you wait. I have not even yet begun to gun.
He had 67 children after...
You cut out there, hun.
a one-night stand with 93 women for 67 children. He was empowered by a god at the time, but that's a whole nother discussion.
I don't need the powers of a god. I am a god.
My goodness. Well, next session I'll show you what.
Oh boy.
So yeah, shit. Yeah, the strongest drink we have is called keg wine. It's made by the Whitfield Brewery in town. It'll knock you on your ass for an entire day.
Oh boy. Okay, I might want to dial back. I want to actually speak and be reasonably, still myself. Just about the water and some food at this point. Then thinking about I shouldn't go being rash. Just bring me the special and some water, please.
Alright. And she'll grab you some whiskey, just a special for this area, made by the Whitfield Brewery, and she gets it to you. And you just wanted some basic food?
Well, I meant the special food, but...
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, she gets you the special drink and the special food.
That's fine. Just extra... well, drink can handle it.
It's essentially sushi, is what you get for food.
Cool.
Yeah.
More fish.
Yeah, more fish. Lots of fish.
So much fish. And then he'll probably wait around there, see if the others come down, and just wait for the shift change down there.
Okay. Yeah, as you eat your dinner, or your lunch, essentially, lunch dinner, Tariq...
Dinner.
Yeah. Zoris and Faint, you guys would begin to make your way down the stairs to see if conversation would be possible to be had. And that is where we're going to call it for tonight.
Alrighty.
Pick up there next week.
That's reasonable.
Yeah.
I like it. Not even super late.
No.
Plus, I have a feeling that things will start getting a little more intense starting next week, so yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Digress as much as we did this week. We had like 4 different things happening all at once.
Yes, it was fun being pulled like a man with 4 horses.
I mean, that's always the best time.
Right?
Mr. Hands.
Beautiful. After this session, everyone gets... Why do I always put my book far away from me?
Oh, geez, I just thought of something.
Good. Thinking's a good thing.
You all get 15 experience points. It's not that much, unfortunately.
No.
15?
Yeah, 15. 1-5.
So 54.
Nick, I have a question, and I know I'm going to need to roll for this.
Oh, go ahead and ask.
Hang on. I'll feel better doing this. Hang on. Ew.